Hey everybody, welcome back to Mystery Titans Theater. My name is Travis Woloshin, the king of the Middle Rope Bulldog. I'm thrilled to have all of you with us here today, included, as always, the Penny Burns of Wrestling, the Chief J Historian, the Third Brainbuster, Kelly Nelson. Kelly, how you doing?
Happy New Year to everybody.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's going to be a very history heavy show tonight, so I'll
mm-hmm.
say.
All right, well that's great. They would expect nothing less for a playlist that you put together.
Mhm.
Johnny was just logging on as we went live here, so we should see him here shortly. But it's as you mentioned, Happy New Year. It's the start of the new year, and it's a New Year's tradition that we always start every year with the man, a favorite guest here on Mystery Titans Theater. You know him as not Doctor Death, ladies and gentlemen. Steve Williams. What's up, buddy?
With that introduction, I thought that someone else was coming on. I'm glad to be held in such high esteem.
No, I would love it, man. Always great. I always gotta etch out a spot for you every year. Two spots, as a matter of fact, at least. Yeah. So, Kelly, where are we starting here? And like, has somebody just passed away? Is that what's happened?
Yeah, I know. It's
a
a very
deafening hush.
very special episode of Detroit Big Time Wrestling tonight. So as far as I can tell, this was kind of like a almost a documentary, no, kind of like a retrospective episode.
Mm-hmm.
Because the Sheik, the original Sheik, Ed Farhad, and Bobo Brazil were once again scheduled to rekindle their years, decades-long feud. And I think that's why they put this together as like a history of their rivalry and the history of both men in Detroit. So we're going to get some really old stuff, footage that you can't get anywhere else. 60s Detroit footage, which is super rare. So this should be cool. We're gonna get to see Abdullah Farouk, a future Grand Wizard, which is super rare. Get some black and white footage. There's gonna be a lot of black and white footage for the first hour and a half tonight or more. But we're ending with a super amazing, special, great, fantastic main event tonight that will be in color. It's actually from the 1990s. Yeah, this is going to be a really fun show. I've been looking forward to this evening for quite a while.
And it looks like Johnny Hedgepath has been able to join us. Johnny, you there? You hear us okay, pal? Maybe not. Still working on. Oh, there he is. Hey, you hear us okay, dude?
Yeah. You got to send these invitations earlier, dude.
I send it at the same time I always do.
Well, that's what I mean, earlier.
Oh, okay. All right, gotcha.
Yeah, maybe nobody actually died, but this could be a tribute in memoriam to killing the town of Detroit.
Yeah, this is the beginning of it. Yeah, I think this is from 1975, or at least that's what the video says, but not 100% sure.
75, December 75.
Yeah, there was some dispute in the comment section about the date, so. Anyway, this is obviously not from 75. This is from the 60s, probably.
Wow. Holy shit.
There's
just taking him out with the stool.
Total chaos. Just clips, basically, here. But yeah, Honolulu, Hawaii, apparently. Hyped in booze. I think Johnny Barend was okay. Well, that's all we're getting from that.
So we got to see somebody throwing a stool around.
Yeah, fireball stool. All you need to know.
Sounds like my job, actually.
We'll be back after these messages.
That's why I was running late. I had to throw some stool.
A fireball stool.
You're not kidding.
So you felt some of that. Got a hell crust pizza in your town now, Johnny?
No, I don't know what it was.
The infamous spicy pizza in Vancouver. The silence in this is like decibels loud.
Gino Hernandez was found in his apartment.
Yeah.
That same energy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bruce Allen, I believe, is the name of
the princess.
The host.
Brian Adams, manager.
Is indeed one of his
Oh yeah, right.
many wives, or just one of the servants of the household.
What?
Tomato, tomato.
You know.
Talking about the Sheik's harem.
Experience some difficulty or some breakup on your television sets, please do not adjust it. It's in the
Okay,
tape.
so he's talking about
We would like to bring you
more
now a match
early
between
footage.
the Sheik
Yes.
and
Yeah,
Lone
the
Eagle
Sheik's
with his ring attendant, the Princess.
princess was his wife.
Right.
Well, he seems
Wow. Oh boy. Don't think
Well,
what makes
look, his opponent, of course.
on this
working a
week's
Native American guy.
on this week's episode of NWA Power.
failed, didn't she? Nice to see her face, Jack. Referee Bill
What do you guys
Webster
think
looking
about
for
the
an
the
over. Of course,
idea
getting the Sheik
that's
to stand
getting
still,
bumped
breaking
around
out
that
of an
William F.
examination
Pumpkins
is
might give
funny stuff.
what's his face Flair one more title just so he can tire Cena gets another one.
I tell you,
Yeah.
this footage may be black and white, but that crowd appears to be whites only.
He's a very talented wrestler. And a beautiful
Yeah. I don't know. I'm assuming this is from Detroit, too.
Yeah, Corgan's got a show. I don't know I can't remember what streaming service it's on. It's called Carneyland.
Really?
Okay.
But I think that it's, I don't know what it is. It's about NWA. But I don't know if it's a reality show or what the fuck it is.
I thought that was something he did during the pandemic first,
It popped up on all
when they
feeds.
couldn't film any wrestling. I remember seeing it. Yeah, I remember seeing it on my feed then, and it looked like it was some. They were trying to do like Being the Elite, I think, that kind of vibe.
Great. Come on, that's just his culture.
Look how young he is. Yeah, this is really old. I've never seen a match with his wife involve the princess. I don't think.
Stop the Sheik. Stop the Sheik.
Chief White Eagle.
Man, just trying to offend everybody in one single match.
Yeah, the ref's going to finish a shift at Porter Paints after this.
Yes. As white as you can get. Mr. Clean. There was wrestlers called Mr. Clean back in the 60s. Several of them, apparently.
Where are your referee whites? Come on, you've got a match.
Now, when I was finishing up high school in 1999, and our teacher, I don't remember the reason, but he was reading a book out loud, and one of the chapters was called "The Sheik in Bobo, Brazil," and he stops. He stops and says, "Does anyone know who that is?" And I just, yeah, they're wrestlers. And you would have thought I said a slur. How the hell do you know that? It is 1999. You're 17 years old. We're in Kentucky. Why do you have any of this knowledge?
Wow.
Why do you have any knowledge?
That's interesting. I wonder what book that was.
Yeah, I was gonna ask. Do you
It was a
remember the
book about
source?
an African American family living in Michigan in the 60s. That's all I remember about it.
Okay, yeah. It shows you how big that feud was that it warrants a chapter in just a random book about it.
Look at that announce desk. A teeny tiny announce desk.
Yeah, that's pretty funny. Had to grab their papers.
Just before we got on, I finally watched. You guys, have you seen or know about Hundreds of Beavers?
I haven't watched it yet, but I'm planning on it.
It's fucking amazing. It's
Yeah,
great.
it sounds like it's really cool.
Yeah, I just heard of this like an hour ago. No context. Just someone saying, I just saw hundreds of beavers. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, it was on like a year-end best of list is how I...
Yeah, it's a live action Looney Tunes. It's a mixture of like puppetry,
silent film.
silent movie, but it's not silent. It's
Right.
Looney Tunes, all on a low budget, but it's amazing. It's pretty incredible.
Yeah.
Really funny.
Yeah, I'll definitely get to it soon.
They're really leaning into those body slams.
Dude, they're really good scoop slams.
Yeah.
You don't really see them done quite like that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, here
There
it
you
is.
go.
Just one arm. That's all he needed.
Doesn't have it locked in, Jess.
Well, he gave that.
Chief Fighting Eagle.
He gave the Little Rascals gimmick there to tap out.
Yeah.
I'll take your teeth out of your head.
Stay away from the mouth.
There he is. Got a nicotine patch on his back.
Yeah. Cigarette butt,
That's
actually.
why, as you can see, it was sponsored by Camel. Hey.
The Sheik jumps out of the ring.
That's the funniest thing. It's like, well, how do you know he's Arabian? A camel. Camel.
Curly toed boots.
The Sheik has won many, many matches with his
I'm
now
Patrick
famous
Duffy.
hold, the camel clutch.
Step by step, day by day.
It's funny, Calvin. I was like just putting a bunch of shit together. You know, didn't know if you were putting a set list. One thing I had on there was 70s Detroit.
Yeah, well, it's been a while.
I know. I
It was
remember you
between this one and another episode. I thought, well, look, this one seems unique with the documentary aspect.
There's the aforementioned Bobo Brazil.
There we go.
Flown into. Great crowds are waiting for Bobo Brazil. Just a chance to slap him on the back and say a job well done. Not too many months ago, Bobo Brazil appeared at Los
You
Angeles,
seem like you'd be a lot of fun at
California.
parties.
They had one of the biggest.
Not so long ago, Bobo Brazil appeared in front of a
in the
judge.
history of professional wrestling. Bobo Brazil has been a true champion. He hails from Benton Harbor, Michigan. He has built his body up through physical conditioning to a weight of 297 pounds. Bobo Brazil stands.
Have any of you guys read that six-pack book?
5 inches
I did.
tall.
Johnny had.
Yeah.
A true
I just finished the Tony
statue
Atlas
of a
chapter this
champion
afternoon.
That's a good
We would
one.
like to have
Oh,
you
fantastic.
now see
The Tito
Bobo
chapter is my
Brazil
favorite.
in action.
Tito.
Bobo Brazil, of course, has a
We love
different
Tito,
style than the Sheik.
You got to tell me about
Bobo
this
Brazil does
Yeah,
not
I'll tell you,
off
we
the air or
talk about
whatever
it. Yeah,
about
we get all of it.
ignore
your money mark.
his opponents, as
That's
the
exactly what I
most
said.
often
What Kelly said, too.
Bobo Brazil likes to congratulate his opponents at the end of the matches, whether he wins or loses, and give them a pat on the back and say, a job well done.
This guy's all about back touching.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Yeah.
Owen Henry.
Back slap.
I can no longer
Oh,
be
wow.
within 100 feet of a school.
It's their backs.
Bobo is huge.
Yes, he was a huge man. Yeah, because him and Andre, they're in a battle royal, touring battle royal in Detroit. It's out there on YouTube, and they're very close at height, actually.
Wow.
In fact, his name is known throughout wrestling circles.
Wasn't that the guy who was used to
Oh,
sing
this
for
has got to
Russo?
be Lord F.L. Layton, I believe, on commentary.
Like the guy in the ring looks like what's his face who used to sing for Russo. He's in the Vaudevillains. What was that guy's name?
Yeah, not Gosh.
Not Gotch, the other one.
Yeah, Aiden English.
There
Yeah,
it is.
that's it.
He is at MLW or TNA.
I
Something like
don't
that.
know where he's married to
Not
Eddie
TNA.
Guerrero's daughter. I know that.
Right.
The collar elbow only works if you both do it there, fella.
At the insistence of Bulldog Thomas, he stood back clean.
What is Bobo Brazil's career highlight? Or Johnny, if you want to take that.
This, I mean, Detroit,
No, he
right?
was. No, he worked in New York quite a bit. He was a huge star.
Wasn't he a world champion in one of the many various recognizing bodies?
I think he beat Buddy Rogers and was recognized as NWA champ maybe in like a few cities for a time. I could have that wrong though. But he
Yeah,
had
I
the
feel like-
US title, like numerous US titles for
Yeah, I feel like Meltzer mentioned it several times when the whole was Ron Simmons the first black world champion topic comes up.
yeah.
Well, Bobo Brazil held 15 fake world titles.
Yeah. Yeah. No, he was a huge star. His real name could have been a wrestling name. His real name is Houston Harris.
Wow.
Could have been a great wrestling name.
I'm looking at his Wikipedia. He also wrestled as Boo Boo Brazil, which is great.
Yeah, I think that was maybe originally what he was known as before Bobo.
Hey, Boo Boo.
I was going to say there was a man much bigger than him. It was his tag partner named Yogi.
And Bobo Brazil with his now famous hold.
Jeez Louise, man.
Yeah,
Come on.
that's bad.
Just find somebody else.
Cocoa
And
Butt.
literally anybody else.
That's that news cadence.
People tell me I have the gift of gab.
People like me because I'm polite and rarely tardy.
You have seen the champion Bobo Brazil many times in front of these microphones and these cameras. And he's rather soft-spoken, rather quiet.
Like, oh man,
Rather slow
you just
in
like
speech.
stretch it out. Somebody behind
Bobo
the thing
Brazil
is telling him.
really not easily provoked. But when he is provoked, things
He will
begin
tear
to
your
happen.
face off.
Oh, well, he did. Okay, I know what his career highlight is. I'm looking up here. He won the Pro Wrestling Illustrated Editors Award in 1999.
There it is.
Doesn't get much higher than that.
Was that right?
With Lord
Posthumously?
Athol Leighton.
Yes.
Yeah, right after he passed away. I see. January 20th, 1998.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, once again,
There he is.
Yeah.
introduce
Wow.
Oh, that's a sweet belt.
Look at that belt. That's a sweet ass belt.
Yeah. Can't say I've seen that one before.
Welcome, and
That suit's pretty great too.
I still,
Anti-combo.
the noise that rings in my ears, the noise of the wonderful ovation you received when you took the title.
This is the guy you're talking about, Lord Athol.
That's Lord Athol Leighton.
Yeah, we've seen him. We've seen him a few times.
Yeah, he was a big wrestling star in his own day.
That he's going to chase you to the ends of the earth, and I would hold him off if I were you.
Well, you know, I should.
I guess.
Because, you know, he had me waiting for a long, long time.
I mean, clearly I'm not.
But, you know, he have a style that
Yeah,
I don't
combs
have.
his hair with
I
buttered
don't like
toast.
no
Yeah.
man to chase me and say I'm running for him. I want to give every man...
It's like Paul Jones in the ring behind him there.
guys like the Sheik.
It looks like there was something going on there.
All right.
Come on. Come on, full.
Wow.
That's just left over from his dating video. Got nothing to do with anything.
Professional big-time wrestling, none other than Bobo Brazil. That's right, fans. I know how excited all of Detroit
I enjoy
is,
quiet nights in
how
and
excited all
Colombo.
of the world is. Bobo Brazil once again.
Yeah, I should call him then.
Heavyweight champion. Some
Maybe
2.5
a Quincy
months
every
ago,
now
I'm
and
sure all
again.
of you fans
I just
remember
watched a Quincy recently.
800
Really? Oh, dude, I don't know where I'd find a Quincy these days.
It was on some streaming. Everything's on those free streaming apps. You find everything
Right,
with
right.
commercials.
That's how I found myself watching Regarding Henry yesterday.
Love it. Wow. We watched the Wallace and Gromit movie last night. It's really funny. Really
It's a
funny.
clear case of murder, Sam.
Kelly, remember how much we used to watch Wallace and Gromit in like 12th grade?
Yeah, well, yeah, you were obsessed with it.
Deep into Wallace and Gromit.
Not so much me. I mean, I watched it, but yeah.
That's
You
Kelly's
and-
way of saying I wasn't watching children's cartoons. senior year
No, I was
with my buddy.
watching different children's cartoons.
Oh, okay.
Well, I don't. Yeah, I mean, it's
There's
not
a
a
reason for
children's.
that. We wanted you to
Really?
see these two professional big-time wrestlers. Bobo
Oh, it's really
Brazil,
good.
the champion, the Sheik,
Killer
the former
finish.
U.S. heavyweight champion. Bobo Brazil won that belt from the Sheik some 2.5 years ago.
This guy's a little
Once again,
better
he
than the
has
previous.
I don't know.
two.
Yeah, where is this coming
It's just
from
a
all of a
different-
sudden?
Just
It's
gonna
the
go to
Detroit
another.
accent. It's very calm.
Saw an
Yeah.
opportunity. The
That's what
Sheik
Detroit's known for.
has gained that opportunity. Immediately,
The
everyone that
ennui.
speaks for the Sheik went to promoter Francis Fleecer in Detroit, the Mecca.
Francis Fleecer.
God, that's
That
great.
was a work promoter because the Sheik.
He's represented by the firm of Dewey, Cheatham, and Howe.
Yeah. The Sheik, of course, was the real promoter.
Hey, Sean, Sean and our boy Sean Whitaker will be here with us
Hey,
two shows from
the
now.
United
He
States.
still has VHS
Looking-
copies.
yeah,
Still has
looking for
VHS copies of Wallace and Gromit. So in your
looking for
face.
some Vancouver Canucks low lights
Joe Lewis.
video that I can add to the
Joe
playlist.
Lewis, and they spelled it wrong.
Yeah.
They also spelled ref wrong.
But fans,
God, that's
listen
awesome.
to this.
Hilarious.
Francis
You've been
Fleeser,
smoking that reefer?
promoter here in Detroit, has decided that
Oh my
Maybe it's not the
God.
boxer Joe Lewis. Maybe it's the plumber Joe Lewis, and that's how his name is spelled.
Named Joe Lewis.
saw the night that Bobo
Top
Brazil
billing,
won
though.
that belt from the Sheik.
Barbecue O
He
versus
decided
Sheik.
that just any referee wouldn't do. So who do we have? The man.
It is a
who
Q.
fought any bum,
That's insulting.
And
Oh no! Oh no! It's a Q.
one of
The
the
end of
world's
Boogie
He was
Nights.
from Detroit
professional
too. Joe
boxing
Lewis.
champions, none other
Oh,
than
yeah.
Joe Lewis.
Hey
That's right,
Moose,
fans.
thank
Joe
you,
Lewis,
buddy.
your
We love you,
special
man. 20
referee
months
for
subscription.
this
You're the best.
championship match between Bobo
Yeah,
Brazil
3-0 win over the Leafs. I'm
and
sure
the
that made
wild
you
man
happy.
from Syria, the Sheik. That main event tomorrow night, Detroit's
Sean.
Cobo Hall. The number 961-9557.
No
I'm sure
area
you
code.
saw it on your screen,
This
fans.
is
Oh, here we
only
go.
available.
No,
in
Pampero
Detroit.
Furpo.
Haystack Calhoun. Von Schotz and Von Hess.
Valentine and Tex.
Tex.
Ken Marino tagged with Strongbow?
Uh-huh. Eddie Creechman.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
Pull back, pull
Killer,
back, pull
Killer
back.
Brooks.
Maybe could gotta be
Six
six
man.
midgets.
Tag.
Steel kangaroos.
Wow.
Igor
Kangaroo-
Justice.
Igor
I
Justice.
can't tell.
Zulu
I can't
Schmidt.
tell how to read it.
He can stop
Zulu
Graham.
Schmidt.
Is it Steel Psycho and Kangaroos D. Miller and Igor
the
Zulu?
Siki-
and
The
Justice
Siki Girls
Schmidt?
are my favorite pop punk band.
Yeah. Steel Psycho is opening for Siki Girls at
Steel
CBGB.
That's awesome. Stomper Graham could easily be a wrestling.
Yeah.
Dennis
No,
Miller.
see,
Yeah, babe.
Igor
I don't know how to
Justice.
read it.
Yeah, babe. I'll be in there with Zulu, babe.
I think it's Ben Steele.
A regular old Murphy Brown over here.
I'm not sure who Psycho is.
Pampero Furpo.
I haven't
Yes.
seen a psycho like that since Ed Gein's yard sale, babe.
All right, this made up for all the early lulls. That sandwich board alone.
That was beautiful.
Show you
That
a
was
match
fucking hilarious.
between the former champion
Not a sandwich board. I don't know what you call those boards, but that was a
As the
long
Sheik.
one, man. They had to,
Mhm.
I think they had to tape a couple together.
Thank you very much, Orlin. Now we come to our next exciting moment.
Okay, now we got Abdullah Farouk with the Sheik.
I stuck for Graham until she Moose in the chat. We gotta finish that somehow.
So every match, who is his opponent? He's like an African warrior of
That's
some sort.
probably Mighty Zulu,
Is it? Okay, yeah, Mighty Zulu, right.
who I've never seen before, but
There's-
he's
No,
like
Yeah,
he's in the
Creechman,
he,
right?
he always makes the top. No, that's Grand Wizard.
Yeah, but
is
isn't
that Dick Worley? A young Dick Worley?
I thought.
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No. Well, what's Grand Wizard's real name?
Abdullah Farouk.
Ernie Roth was his real
Ernie
name.
Roth.
But Abdullah Farouk was his gimmick here.
Yeah.
Yeah, Eddie Creechman. Eddie Creechman was the Sheik's other manager,
This-
the one who
what-
was
yeah.
Right.
over the top Jewish.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Stereotype.
That's what I was
After
just about. All right.
he went to New York and became Wizard, Creechman became the Sheik's manager.
Yeah, all over. I want to hurt people.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, it's not Worley. I don't think.
I've never seen Zulu wrestle, but he always makes those lists of like maybe the worst ever. If that,
Really?
yeah.
Interesting.
I could not express my inner feelings on this
Is
microphone.
that a velvet coat on Abdullah here?
It's pretty sweet.
That'd be. What's he carrying with him?
I'd drape myself in velvet if it was all
The Quran?
probably.
No, no, it's a
That's a
belt.
belt.
Bag o' glass.
Now to Quran
Sheik is a
Championship
freak
Wrestling.
What's he?
She is a freak. His freaky fucking religion.
Never do
Jesus
it without your fez on.
You can leave your fez on.
The Weasel. I think that's what Farouk was called. Too.
Just not nice.
Everyone.
The original Weasel and the original Sheik.
Yeah, lots of weasels.
There's no way I'm reading.
When I was 15 and started watching Crockett, and like everyone chanted Weasel at Paul Jones, it bothered me because I was like, no, wait, that's Heenan's thing.
Yeah. But it wasn't Heenan's thing until like the late 70s, I want to say, because he was Pretty Boy Heenan originally.
And then just Mo. First I was Gorgeous Mo.
Oh, real quick. A book just came out recently, the definitive biography of Shemp Howard.
Oh, wow.
It's fantastic.
Wow.
And it generally proves really Mo was an asshole. Mo was not. Mo was kind of a douchebag. And because he would keep them on the road touring. And so when they were doing live shows, they weren't doing sound effects, so they were really slapping the shit. So and Mo was doing all the slapping, so to get the sound. And then the guy looked back at it and he's like, "Yep, Curly died of a stroke, Shemp died of a stroke, Larry died of a stroke. CTE,
it's all CTE. Killed them all.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Mo killed Shemp.
Lucky their families are all right.
Mo died from a broken hand.
Yeah. Gangrene.
Yeah, Mo died of cancer. So slapping
lucky
karma got to him in the end.
There wasn't hey, the dogs are in the enclosed kennel. Close pool area.
Hey Mo, I peed on my shoe.
The Three Stooges calling spots like indie wrestlers just sounds hilarious to me. We're live, pal. You got to make it snug.
Yeah.
Go home.
Working stiff.
Not to mention the havoc that it creates in Detroit.
Just like a commercial for Listerine or some shit.
Travis does not like
me and Johnny. Well, it's a good thing it's bad. I love it. What a smell. You're killing that old man.
Awesome.
All right, buddy. That's good.
Well, so far, this Zulu seems to live up to his reputation.
Yeah, all he could do was choke.
Well, let me get that out of there.
New card smell, aka Big Dave in the chat. Give me a shout out there, Big Steve.
Nice.
The same way that the fans have treated him, and that is with complete disdain. But they are now
and it's
the Sheik.
Choke me, motherfucker.
I'm the king of choking. I'll show you how to choke somebody.
Man.
Yeah, knucklehead.
Look at that. Look at that. Just set up a cafe table. Give me a cappuccino and a microphone.
Detroit is truly the gift that keeps on giving.
Yeah.
Doing commentary from the cuck chair is something new.
Yeah. The cuck chair.
No. Oh no.
Not a wrestling move inside. Jesus.
Oh, right up the nose.
Get the fuck out! No, just let me do my thing over here.
That is, they're just. Come here, Porcupine.
I can't do it while you're watching.
So that the Sheik can continue with this behavior. He's an animal, and it's the only way to describe him. Animal that must be stopped.
Yeah, I can't imagine why this territory was ever on its ass.
Yeah.
It was red hot for a long, long time. In Toronto, he was an unbelievable drawing card for about 5 years.
That Sheik book,
yeah, you've read
On
that.
Fire by Solomon is really good.
Yeah.
His Monsoon book should be out soon.
September, I believe.
There was another Way of the Blade episode that just came out, eh?
Yeah.
Yep, and
suddenly,
he's writing part 2.
Yeah, I guess that's why he's brought it back.
He's writing. I know he's writing part 2 because he already revealed that Tony Khan's writing the foreword.
Everything that is in the kingdom is the same shade of blue. New card smell. Yep, it is very blue in Detroit. We've noted that before. We're gonna fix it in post. That's the original blue screen.
Dazed by the whole thing as the Sheik drags him back in now.
I still don't know if this is Mighty Zulu or not.
Yeah. I guess he always
I
did the one.
I don't think it is. I don't think it is, right?
Probably not. And this is just an enhancement talent, I guess.
Scatman Carruthers. No.
But he had a sweet outfit.
We don't want him in there. Make him break the hole, referee. Break the hole.
I like it. Who's that?
That's Slayton.
That's Wild
Yeah.
Eyes.
It's impossible to stand back and watch this go on.
Good call.
There's some things you just can't stand and watch.
Well, I mean, Lord Layton's like 6'8" and a yard wide. Dude.
Moose says this guy is restaurant quality Zulu at best.
Microwave dinner, Zulu.
I'll stick it in every
Cold in the middle.
English
Open.
chops.
English karate.
And of course, the Sheik.
He learned it in a prison camp, Japanese prison camp.
The camel clutch.
As I have mentioned, a very terrible hold. Long pause. Like that's what it says on this.
Right.
I'd like to thank
Camel clutch.
Channel 3 for letting me keep my job after my stroke.
And once again, I must apologize. Good Lord. It's like those Quest Trade commercials that are always on to hockey games here in Canada. Where, you know those, Kelly? I hate those commercials. I feel like a bunch of
where they're talking about
millennials
retiring
talking
when
about,
they're 25 years old. Yes.
and it's always like supposed to be like, whoa, what a revelation. And
Yeah.
it just lets the fucking silence linger for like 7 seconds. It's just awful.
Sitting around a campfire.
Yes.
Oh, it's horrible.
I did not believe
So horrible.
Yeah.
This country is really just, we may as well join the States.
We're not a real country.
Can't get any
Yeah.
lower now.
Yeah.
We're just,
I mean, that's the thing too. Like you don't want to shut up, dude. People are gonna find out we're not a real country. We're not a serious
it is,
country.
Trump is.
We're not a serious
all
company.
sham.
Yeah.
You know how much I want to put a gun in my fucking mouth when I sit there and turn on the news and I watch people seriously discussing, you know, Canada could become the 51st state. It's like, get the fuck off my TV. I'm going to shoot it like Elvis.
Well,
It'd be the biggest state in the union.
Right.
Now I would like to show you.
But California has more people still, right? I believe. So.
I think you're right. Yeah.
Unbelievably. Okay, wow. Okay, let's listen to this promo. Oh, wow.
Just... Okay.
For the second time.
Damn
I
it.
got your nose, see?
Tricked me.
I saw the flyer
Tricked
on
me
my
into
monitor.
getting that fucking
Program
silence
on your
buzz.
television screens. I still do not believe it, but pictures do not lie.
Jesus
I know this
Christ.
guy's he's growing.
You
on
are
me.
under
He's
arrest.
growing on me.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of gravitas.
He's like Greg Valentine. Takes him about 30 minutes to
half hour to
get
get
and show you
going.
some actual photographs from Cobo Arena.
Day that will live in infamy, the Canadians have bombed the Baldwins.
For that coveted
should
United
watch that
States
again.
championship belt. And now,
I'd love to hear this guy delivering like tragic news. He has the perfect cadence for it.
Yes, that's what it means.
President
It's like
Kennedy
feels like.
was
That's what I was gonna
shot
say right off the start.
in Dallas, Texas.
Yeah, maybe he was the guy in Detroit. Who did.
Every wrestling,
Tom
every
Jones!
wrestling, there's Tom Jones.
Yeah, we've seen Tom Jones before.
It's quite
Yeah,
unusual to have a black guy named Tom Jones. I love that I got to repeat a bit. Thanks, Tom Jones.
The Sheik is accompanied in the ring by his interpreter,
Dude, I was watching the movie
Interpreter.
today. It was really funny. What we did 2 weeks ago. Really funny stuff.
What?
I was watching the Hammerhead. Jones
Talking to the
episode.
microphone. You're a goddamn professional, Wild Eyes.
Tom
I was enjoying the Hammerhead Jones episode we did a couple weeks ago today. So
Good boy. And I don't know what he has done to
Someone thinks missionaries.
Loved. I kind of love that movie, by the way. I'm a Ted Vernon fan.
Have you ever witnessed anybody as obnoxious
Referee Glenn Belvedere here let this toupee us.
clad today in mustard-colored trousers?
Mustard.
Red fez. That I object to.
He objects to the fez.
Yeah.
He objects to the colors of the Seattle Supersonics being used in Detroit.
Yeah. Or the Oakland A's. I think he's wearing basically what Charlie Finley wore to every game in the early 70s.
With the fez.
And the fez, too.
It's a pretty great look, though, actually.
There we go.
He just won the Masters. He deserves it. Imagine that ceremony. Fucking Arnold Palmer putting the green jacket on.
Are you kidding me? He's Jewish and gay. They wouldn't allow him.
Yeah, he wouldn't
have.
He wouldn't have been. Yeah.
Exactly. It would have been reluctant.
Say, not the Masters.
Palmer would have been, you son of a bitch.
Maybe the British Open.
I think we have on the Weasel and the Sheik a couple of characters who one would not want to take home.
It's like Alexander Ovechkin.
Yeah. Salt and pepper.
The Weasel is so obnoxious that he's evidently spent a lifetime training at it.
This commentary is pretty good. It reminds me of, I don't know if we've said this before, but the voiceover for the old Goofy cartoons.
Yeah, Sport Goofy. Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, very similar.
They've actually made some new ones.
Oh, really?
Wild Goofies. I saw some clips of it on a doc I was watching. They look pretty good.
Those are some of my favorite cartoons ever.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of cartoons, Kelly, Creature Commandos. It's fucking great.
Yeah.
It's
really
great.
So it's an animated.
It's animated. It's great. It's Creature Commandos via the Suicide Squad, like as the Suicide Squad. It's fantastic. Like I am totally burnt out on superhero shit, believe it or not, especially Marvel. But DC's been putting out some like interesting, good shit lately. Between this and the Penguin, I was like, God damn.
And the new Superman with Crypto.
New Superman looks good.
Yeah,
looks good.
It does look like they're just gonna do the Marvel verse.
No, they're not. They're not. They don't give a shit about continuity. They don't care about creating a shared universe. It's just individual people doing it their way, and having with James Gunn being the main voice. And he just loves, which is great because he's a comic book geek who loves fucking obscure characters.
But that's what I mean. I mean that's why Marvel. That's how they kind of struck gold over time.
Yeah, but they struck gold with but they struck gold with the whole cohesive.
Yeah.
And DC tried it, and it was abysmal.
Yeah, it didn't work for them.
Yeah, DC's strength has always been to do, like Johnny said, non-continuity, unique stories, and not try to copy Marvel. Whenever they tried to copy Marvel, it usually flopped.
As the Sheik pulls against that arm of Tom Jones, the referee is over.
What's new, pussycat?
Wow, we're actually seeing some wrestling moves from the Sheik.
And one last thing about it, that most of the music on Creature Commandos is by Gogol Bordello. If you've never heard Gogol Bordello,
I remember them.
They're all who I fell in love with like 13 years ago, and suddenly I turn it on and they're doing all the fucking music for the show. It's great.
Why is he racing?
Bunch of urchins at ringside.
Yeah. Like this. Doing the fingers.
Doing
the bullet. Look, I'm Bullwinkle. Hey, Rock.
That was the thing that would really get you in trouble back then. Doing the Bullwinkle. They hadn't even discovered the middle finger yet.
Oh, I remember this one. The one where you put your thumb on your nose and you're out like that.
Yeah.
Wiggle your fingers.
That was a bad one.
Do you bite your tongue at me?
Or this one. This being around a bunch of Italians being around a bunch of Italians my whole childhood is this one.
I think
under the chin.
What the hell? Looks like Monsoon. but it's not.
I think it's Arnold's skull, maybe.
Wow.
But maybe not.
Holy
shit.
On the concrete. And Watson getting his head
Watson, they said.
Watson. Okay, never mind.
Hoyt Axton. Came from a recording studio.
And the Sheik grabbing Watson, kicking away with those pointed boots.
Those pointed boots. The kids are scared shitless. Oh, wow. Hot second grade teacher. Stay behind me, kids. We'll get this son of a bitch out of here.
Was it Whipper Billy Watson?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, is it really?
It is.
Wow.
Wow, Johnny, good one. It is Whipper Watson. That's amazing because there's hardly any footage.
My dad, the only wrestler my dad has ever talked about liking.
Yeah, he was like the Gordy
Oh, look at
of Canadian wrestling.
Look at this fat nerd.
Yeah. He's furious. That guy really.
You're gonna steal my jacket?
Johnny Sorrow.
Stole my look. You stole my look, you motherfucker.
Amazing.
Okay.
Wow, this really picked up.
Okay, Miss Peabody here lost control of her students.
Yeah. No, she's like, let's do it, children. Tear this place apart. EC Dubs. EC Dubs.
Look at Farouk, he's not even concerned at all. He's having a blast.
Yeah.
And I would venture to say at this stage,
It looks like who's the character who George Steele played in Ed Wood?
Tor Johnson.
Tor Johnson, yeah. You're a referee tonight, Tor Johnson. Oh my God.
Oh dear.
That
may have to be censored for YouTube.
Yeah.
Twitch just had a stroke.
It's so funny what I get tagged on, man. It's so funny. It makes no sense. I'm sorry to talk over you, old Patrick Duffy, but like I will put, because we'll never get monetized because we're always watching this old shit that WWE owns but they don't take down. But lately, as our fans will know, I put a Steely Dan song at the start of a different Steely Dan song to start everything up. And for our one show that we did with Brady, that little special, I said, okay, I'll do a Donald Fagen, the solo one, just because it's like a special one, just some little inside thing. And they shut it down. I guess Fagen's just this old asshole that can't handle. Maybe the Becker estate is keeping Steely Dan off our hands. Oh my God! Now he's turned pink. He's turning into Red Hulk. He looks like Harrison Ford in the movie.
During the past few years, and a couple of comments and a couple of scenes from Bobo Brazil.
What am I? Red Hulk? Yeah, sure, whatever.
Yeah, I think it was Fagan that refused to be interviewed for that yacht rock thing.
Yes, you saw that, right? Yeah, he said, yeah.
Go fuck yourself.
Go fuck yourself. Yeah, I want to watch that though. I do want to see it.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. He's since walked it back, I think, because he watched it.
Yellow.
And now he's yellow. He's a chameleon.
Yes.
And he told the fans that very night in Cobo Arena, if I do not beat the Sheik the very next time I meet him for that title, I will hang up my tights.
I will hang
and wrestle
myself.
no more.
Yeah.
Well, you can imagine
Center of that
the
ring.
mail that Bobo
was
from
here.
The Cobo Arena fans that were there that night.
Are etched in the
very next
wood.
day, and filming our big-time wrestling, Bobo made the same statement.
Hey, Sean
Over
Emily,
this television station
23, almost 2
and
years.
all of our network
Thanks,
stations.
buddy. Let me tell you, if
Thank
you were
you,
born
Sean.
If I cannot beat the Sheik,
between
next time I meet
72 and
I will hang
84.
up my tights.
So-
Bobo Brazil had so much mail that it took him several months to read it, even after.
No, that's his disability.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was 3 letters.
As he said, no, Sean says,
He says it's ours.
let me tell you, if you
It's
were born
mine.
in St. Louis between
And it's the
72 and
fans
84,
who have
Michael McDonald
supported
was
him
your dad.
Over these many
believe
years
it.
of his professional
Listen to that,
wrestling career.
Shine, sweet
And
freedom,
now after
shine
many
your light on
months
me.
Yeah.
of courts,
Yeah, I watched that documentary and came out with a whole new appreciation for
Bobo
ambrosia.
Brazil is once again
Oh
going
yeah,
to meet
yeah.
the
My
Sheik.
brother
This
was
will
trying
be
to get
the
me into
first
them a while
time
back.
that Bobo Brazil
Cool.
and the
I'm glad
Sheik
that they
have
touched
met
on that. Cool.
in
Rad.
single matches
All right, I'm definitely
for the
interested now.
coveted title. As we said in the outset of this program, that Bobo Brazil had agreed to meet the Sheik.
As I've said 15 times, very slowly.
Yes.
The Sheik didn't really care whether the belt was at stake.
His face is
He's
changing color, like
captivating. I think
when
he's fantastic.
like when Bugs Bunny is like holding his breath or something, or he changes all those different colors.
And I can tell you that Bobo Brazil is in training. No one steps into the ring against the Syrian without several months of hard training in gymnasiums throughout the country.
Sean says, welcome to Detroit, where the announcer does the promo for you.
Every day.
Around, yeah.
He gets in arenas throughout this great country of ours almost every night. And in between all of his time of traveling,
I get it. I get what he's going for. This.
I love it. I love it. This is the most all-American fucking announcer I've ever fucking heard. He's about to fucking break into the Star-Spangled Banner.
Yeah.
Guy's the cadence of a high school principal.
Mm-hmm.
So he's going to be on the lookout, supposedly, for any
For lunch, there will be sloppy joes.
We will all now stand. Put your hands on your hearts.
To your hearts.
That the Sheik uses
in Canada's new national anthem.
He's also going to be the Sheik's great.
My name is King.
Yeah.
We don't need this stupid old Canada crap
Who is
anymore.
ever present at ringside. He's going to be aware of many things. Thus, the reason for his training for this fight. I've had it. I don't want
Let's
to
wind this up.
Bobo's comments. We hope, fans, that you have enjoyed this documentary.
I have, sir.
Showing to you two of the
footage was
world's
great.
greatest
Yeah, the footage was awesome, but that was like
professional wrestlers, and I think you
50% of it,
that.
pal. I love half of this documentary.
We all think the Sheik
Stay
was
tuned
want-
for the Sunday 6 o'clock movie, The French Connection.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what.
Nixon too.
I'll tell you what. Why don't you watch it and you tell me what you think people like the most?
across this great country of ours. So
There you
we
go.
must
Right there.
give him something.
It's for the United
He is
States
a
title,
great
after all.
wrestling
Okay.
star.
As soon as he said this great land of ours, I was
Is
like,
a
this
great
guy's the perfect
wrestling
fucking
star.
American announcer.
When these two meet in the ring,
Above the fruited plains.
it will literally sell
This
out
land
every building,
is your
every
land
city that they come to.
from
This is Chuck
California
Allen for Worldwide Sports.
To Vancouver
to the
Island.
New York, Vancouver Island.
Yeah, you're gonna have to update the
Well,
lyrics.
fans, there
in a
you
few
heard
of these
wrestling
songs.
commentator Chuck
From
Allen.
Bonavista
Vista, just witnessed for the
to
past
Florida.
It'll also end the
matches between
embarrassing
none other
no
than Bobo
or 30
Brazil
years
and
without a
his
Stanley
opponents.
Cup
The
streak
former heavyweight
when we
champion
Yeah.
and his many opponents. What a vendetta. Fans, tomorrow night at the Scoville Arena for the
They scroll
United
down the
States
board and it
Heavyweight
shows that the
Championship.
Reuben sandwich is now $1.75.
What the fuck?
Between
What happened?
and the present U.S. heavyweight champion Bobo
Barbecue
Brazil.
Bobo.
All right. All right.
Hey,
and here's a surprise. A
It only
surprise.
gets better, folks.
Yeah, when we wanted to do a tribute to the just passed away, the great Sweet Daddy Siki, and lo and behold, there's our guy. I told him make sure Johnny doesn't see this, Kelly.
Oh, dude.
But
Here's
Johnny
our
found
boy.
it himself.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I had it on my list too. I
Oh,
said, hey,
that's
Kelly,
great.
do you have this?
That's awesome. The great Moose Jolak. That's right, Moose.
Because
Golden
there's not a
Show.
lot of Sweet Daddy Siki footage out there. So
Yeah, and hardly any of his like prime years. Man.
That's
This
wild.
would be-
It looks fresh
dumb.
there. It looks like it's
I
freshly,
know.
freshly
Yeah.
Just killed
murdered
it.
in this
Yeah,
footage.
you would have it for the next 30
Still-
years, though.
It probably actually smelled okay at this time.
Sweet Kingston,
Oh, look at him
Jamaica.
here.
But yeah, he was a babyface at this time, of course.
this is what, 62?
I think 60.
60?
Chicago.
I'm Ronald Reagan.
Yeah, or Dick Clark.
Somebody like that. I'll be right back.
I think that's Fred Kohler, the promoter of Chicago. Yeah, this is only was only uploaded a few months ago. I'd never come across it before. So we'll see what this is like. I thought we can keep with the theme of pretty old wrestling, black and white wrestling. We got one more to come after this.
Gilbert Gottfried's pissed here. Get out of here!
Yeah, I'd never seen Moose
Oh,
before.
group of sailors.
Yeah, before this week. It may have been the same clip somebody posted on Twitter. I'm like, he's got the damn Moose on in the ring.
Yeah.
Dude, he was a name I'd always like heard, read about, but we first saw Moose on this show a few years back. And from what was it? From
Bruiser Bedlam.
Bruiser Bedlam in the 80s.
Dying Days, Indianapolis.
He's this old fat man. And we didn't know it. And all of a sudden pops on our screen a giant old morbidly obese man with a moose on his head.
Yeah.
It's one of the great moments ever on the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Moose is a big star. Yeah, Moose is there's a Moose match in Way of the Blade.
Yes.
Right.
I haven't watched that yet. I've got it saved on YouTube.
Yeah, this is a young spry Moose.
Yeah, this would be around the time of that match that's in Way of the Blade. And Sweet Daddy Siki, of course, a few years after this would become famous, mostly in Canada, with bleach blonde hair,
right?
Sunglasses, total heel. In Calgary, he was a legend. In Toronto, he was a legend. And he would end up living the rest of his life in Toronto. And he also had a country western band that became quite well known, and multiple albums.
Yeah.
Hosted karaoke night until he was almost 90, I believe.
That's awesome.
At a bar in Toronto. It was only ended because of COVID.
There's a clip I found, and then I saw it immediately was going around. It's from Memphis, like 84, 85, where Savage is there, managed by Tux Newman, feuding with Lawler. And Tux Newman comes out to confront Lawler during a promo, and he's got Sweet Daddy Siki with him, his new guy that he's brought into the territory to fuck up Jerry Lawler. And Sweet Daddy Siki, he's a heel. And he goes, I just want to say one thing, Lance Russell. This man right here, Jerry Lawler, he came up to Canada and wrestled for us for free, for charity. He's a great guy. Tux Newman, go fuck yourself.
Wow.
And immediately as a babyface. It's wild. And like Lawler, it's like you see Lawler's kind of just amused by the whole fucking thing and trying to keep the segment from not completely going crazy. It's great.
Yeah, that's the video I considered that video first before I found this match.
Hey, was The Rock drunk on NXT, do you guys think? Is that the idea?
I don't think so. I didn't see it, but I doubt it. He just went long.
No, he dropped like 5 F-bombs.
Really?
Oh, did he? I didn't see
I guess you can do that now that they're on Netflix.
No, this was on the CW.
That's on the CW, my friend.
Okay, well, whatever. He's The Rock. I guess he can do whatever he wants.
No, I guess not. The CW don't give a fuck. Dude, that's network TV. They can't have guys out there live dropping fucking
What's going to happen to Real American Beer? That's the real story. What are we going to do about the Real American Beer?
I am so fucking tempted because, dude, I'm a connoisseur of shitty porch beers, and Real American Beer is in the cooler right next to my Keystone Lights. I see them every Friday when I go to the liquor store.
You're keeping them alive.
Going to have Rhea Ripley as the new spokesperson for Real American Beer.
Yeah. That was the funniest fucking. Okay, so I'm watching that, and like everything starts at 6 for me anyway. So I've always got an hour of buffer to fast forward to commercials, or whatever bullshit. And that was a big giant corporate, hey, world. This is what it is. Because I was just fast forwarding through almost everything except for the matches, and I ran out of buffer right as Hogan came out, and I'm going, fuck me. And then that happened, and I was like, that. All I want to focus on, Jimmy Hart standing there in the back waving that fucking 80-year-old Jimmy Hart waving that fucking flag while boos are just cascading down.
Hilarious.
A nicer guy couldn't.
Hey, Jimmy, brother, they really didn't like you. It seems.
Yeah, that's what
you can't come out.
Said that in the chat too. You got some serious heat, brother.
Somebody said that Hogan has the arms of somebody who makes a really good pot of macaroni and cheese.
Guess then I have the same arms as Hulk Hogan.
And they're called the Steven Seagal noodle arms.
Yes.
Fuck him.
Yeah.
Fuck the Hulkster.
Yep.
This fucking monkey piss beer. I assume.
DVRs. We were talking about the various Hulk ups over the year, saying like who might have started it, and I was like, Bruno had one.
Bruno,
I can't remember what exactly it was. Was it slapping the mat and shaking his hair? Or
yeah,
something?
he would do. Yeah, Pedro too. Had a similar one.
And I said, and this actually happened. I go, so I typed into YouTube, Bruno Sammartino Hulk up, and it was just I went down a 20-minute rabbit hole of videos of Bruno shitting on Hogan. Which is fucking great.
That steroid abusing freak.
He's not an athlete, he can't wrestle.
He only played Little League Baseball.
He only did one match. Every city, he dropped the money dropped every time he come back. There was no return value.
Who were those interviews with mostly?
I don't know. Just clips of him.
For some reason, I've been getting a ton of honky tonk shoot videos like old on my algorithm, and they're great. They're hilarious, man.
He must be up there with the most shoot interviews ever.
Honky Tonk's got a ton. He's also one of the legendary, full of shit guys too.
Yeah,
so,
totally. That's why he's done
you
so
can tell.
many.
Yeah, you can tell as it goes.
Yeah.
My
favorite guy who turned it into a career of going and just making shit up was Brickhouse Brown. Brickhouse Brown was the most fucking entertaining. His version of the I didn't know it was a work and went out and wrestled my first match thinking it was real involved him winning the title in the promotion as well.
Hilarious.
I come back with the belt, man. I come back with the belt. That's what you expect me to do.
So funny.
Beat Luthez or something.
Yeah. It was some regional.
Yeah,
thing,
regional belt. Yeah.
Tupelo Championship Wrestling.
Yeah, I can't.
They told me he was Jack Dempsey.
He's got oh, nice sauce. He's got a great story about when he's like, well, so when I got hired by Bill Watts, he brought me into this big room, and at there's a table that was lifted above, so they looked down on you. And then Bill Watts is sitting there with Ernie Ladd, and he was talking about how he didn't like Ernie Ladd because Ernie Ladd called him a shiftless, one time or whatever. And he's upset, and Watts is like, "Is something the matter?" And he's like, "Well, sir, I don't like that man right there. And I don't want to be around him." And he's like, "Listen, you dumb N-word." He's like, "He's the one who recommended you. Now shut the fuck up." And it's like, maybe that happened, but I don't know if Ernie Ladd would be sitting right next to Watts and go, "Wait, what'd you just say?"
Right. Yeah. Hopefully not.
No, my YouTube algorithm has been ruined because I watched the 1993 MTV Year in Rock last week.
Oh, wow.
So that's all I'm getting is other years in rock recommended to me.
Yeah. For me, it was watching the mean streets of Baltimore for 5 minutes, and then you get the mean streets of every American city for the next 2 weeks.
Hilarious.
Some of them are interesting.
Pretty soon it'll be the mean streets of Vancouver.
Yeah, well, someone could make a good video about that for sure. Yeah. Dead Malls, that's another one that I watched, and then I got Dead Mall.
I love that. Oh,
videos.
I love
yeah,
that.
those are hard not to watch.
Yeah. It's
I can't watch those.
And warm, but depressing. At the
they
same
depress
time,
me.
A little bit of
They
everything.
depress me.
But it feels important when you're done. I'm like, I'm glad I did that.
Oh, somewhat similar. I watched that documentary about the South Park guys buying Casa Bonita out here in Denver.
Right.
It's fantastic because it was one of those things like, hey, let's buy this place. It's kind of a childhood dream, Colorado landmark restaurant, and we'll renovate it. And they go, well, what's this all going to cost us? $2 million. By the end of this project, they were in for $46 million, and they're like, guess we have to make more. Guess we have to make more fucking cartoons. And but it's a success now, apparently. It's one of those South Park jokes that I didn't understand till I moved here. Remember, the Cartman just has to get to Casa Bonita.
I remember that.
Sweet Daddy having a terrible time summoning up any strength.
Hell yeah, that one guy's in your corner.
Mr. Drysdale's secretary from Beverly Hillbillies is in the third row there. What's her name?
I don't know. I was going to ask you.
Miss. Gosh, damn it. You think I know that? I'm embarrassed.
I love that in 2025 you said Mr. Drysdale's secretary, and then you turned to us for support. Like, does anyone else know who that is?
Come on, you all watch the Beverly Hillbillies. Get the fuck out of here.
I'm familiar with her.
The Lone
Especially you,
Rangers.
dude. Williams. I lived from Louisville. They fucking still had the Andy Griffith show on like 7:30 at night on network.
Yeah, those days are long gone, my friend. Now it's Family Feud or bust.
Nice.
One area where we have not moved on is our malls are apparently not dead. I went to Lexington last week, and there was the most vibrant mall I've seen in 15 years. I was stunned.
Wow.
Miss Hathaway. There we go.
There you go.
Miss Hathaway, who was totally coded to be a lesbian on that silly
That's
weird
what I was gonna say.
show. Yeah, was totally coded to be gay.
That was kind of weirdly hot. To me, anyway.
There's a scene where she's helping Ellie Mae take a bath in a barrel that is full of overtones. And Granny's there too. So then my kink. So you got my kink in as well.
Something you find at page 36 in your Pornhub search.
Nothing wrong with page 36.
Was it Rule 37?
The higher the numbers, the better.
Is it called? It's called Rule 37. There's a porn of everything.
Yeah.
I remember me and my ex-wife, we didn't know about that kind of shit when we first got online, and got a kick out of finding Jetsons porn that people
Rule
drew.
34.
We're like, look at this.
Yeah. Oh, there's none of that. That left with the early days of the internet. No one draws cartoons of porn at all on the internet.
Oh, really? I don't know.
No, it's everywhere.
I think maybe it's all just animated now. They've jumped ahead.
Sure.
Definitely a lot of Family Guy porn. Simpsons.
Oh yeah, Family Guy, Simpsons. Well, I know that. That shit pops up on the side of
Scooby-Doo.
That's what I'm talking about, yeah.
I appreciate the beanbag turnbuckles they have here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Barely a whisper of a turnbuckle.
I want to find some of that sweet Hong Kong Fooey porn. If that's out there.
Oh, I think this matches.
They're fighting in the crowd.
Run
Are they
out of control.
That Bobo's killed the moose?
Not
Bobo has killed the moose.
What's that, Kelly? What's that, Kelly? I mean, Travis, what's that? Who's killing moose?
Bobo. Or pardon me. No, Jesus Christ. Sweet Daddy Siki.
Okay. We'll just leave that there.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
So much for a tribute.
Like Trevor Dame made the similar mistake recently.
Jesus.
Rest in peace, Bobo Brazil.
Rest in peace, Trevor Dame, for about 2 hours the other night.
Yeah.
There are too many names online that I'm like, was this person somehow important or not? Why do I care? Is he what is he? Who is that guy?
He's
just a wrestling
podcast
internet.
host.
Just a wrestling internet guy. Yeah.
Just a poster guy? He's not like a quote unquote journalist.
Well, he was part of the Ring of Honor. The Ring of Honor podcast that was on our feed for years.
Okay, so he's a nobody then. Got it.
Well, he's Twitter famous, I guess.
Okay, once again.
Yeah. He's maybe a couple rungs below Bix on the Twitter famous scale.
What a scale that is.
Wow.
All right, now he's had enough.
Stevie Richards says he doesn't like a fucking match, and the whole fucking world's burning down Twitter. It's fucking hilarious. You see this shit?
I
No,
do.
I don't do Twitter anymore.
I was going to say just down the street right now. I keep forgetting. I want to mention that. Well, Tommy Dreamer and Jinder Mahal are for ASW in a show that Todd's working on.
Cool.
As other friends.
Oh, that's cool, man.
Got to go down and have a beer with him when Dreamer was doing a seminar that I think was a little too rich for Mr. Quality's blood. So he said beer and nachos with him and our boy.
There you go. Yeah, there you go.
2 weeks.
Yeah, so anyway, Richard's fucking like tweeted or mentioned on his podcast something like talking about. Remember those like Mike Awesome Masato Tanaka matches, and he just put he's like I don't think they were really any good. There was no psychology in them, you know, just a bunch of shit. And everyone just like, you are the worst piece of shit in the world. Like, dude, he's right. I mean, I remember being entertained by those train wrecks. But there wasn't any psychology in them.
Yeah. But yeah, a lot of people loved them back then. And I guess to this day, for some reason.
I want to know more about this Tommy Dreamer seminar.
What was he teaching? What was he doing? Yeah, exactly.
That's what I was wondering.
How to punch above your weight with chicks.
Well,
how to stay in match 3 of an 8-match card for an entire career. You'll never draw big money, but you always have some money.
How to plot a shoot, murder, suicide and pitch to a promoter and still remain gainfully employed.
Yeah, somehow was able to get hired.
Jesus Christ.
How to dress for your body.
Yeah. How to defend a grown-ass man waving his penis around on an airplane on a television documentary in 2023.
I think that's
whatever the fuck it was.
Yeah.
He DM'd me once for making a joke about the apparent Paul Heyman murder plot.
Yeah. Oh, really?
I'm like, dude.
You see,
you're married to a penthouse pet. Get off my ass.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? Hey, Trevor Dame, suck my fucking dick. That's Twitter famous.
Yes.
You got to Tommy Dreamer with a fucking joke. That's fucking hilarious.
Like, had I tagged him, that's one thing. It was so stupid too. We were watching WrestleMania 17 on the anniversary, and I posted a picture of Robert De Niro in the fan.
Right.
I said live look at Tommy Dreamer in section 118 or some shit. It wasn't 10 minutes later. He was in my inbox.
Oh, wow. That's crazy, man. That's a vanity search.
Somebody tipped him off to it, probably.
Either one, yeah.
You mean to tell me he was doing his best Gil Renard?
That's funny. That's funny. I think I saw that movie in the theater.
It was such an obscure thing.
I definitely saw that in the theater.
It was.
Yeah, I thought for sure that was going to slip under the radar because who knows that movie?
Yeah, I mean, that's like.
Oh, no. You got the wrong show, pal. Gil Renard, knife salesman.
That's funny. Who is this?
I'm not sure. I was wondering, we got a bonus interview with somebody flexing.
That's it's the dad of that one kid from that Disney movie Heavyweights. Just no man.
No, medium man.
What is the man?
Maybe medium man. It's a toss-up. I'll give you that. There's some strong medium men out there.
I'm going to take the razor across my forehead like this.
Yeah.
Medium man. He beats that motherfucker with a frying pan.
We gotta go. It's like they're playing us off.
There's a match happening right behind us right now, pal. We're out of time.
I'm Dick Clark.
Ricky Cortez.
Not
Here's
sure.
Johnny.
Wow.
Here we go. Johnny, yeah. Here's Johnny.
Yeah, so I can't remember what got me interested in Spaceman Frank Hickey. Saw a clip popped up in my feed or something, and I went down a little rabbit hole of this guy's career.
Yeah.
Pretty wild. He wrestled in New York in the 60s, was a star under various names, and then he adopted the Spaceman character in the early 60s.
When he was almost 50 years old.
50,
Wow.
Yep.
And he'd already been wrestling since, like 1941.
Mhm.
This is, I believe, probably around 1965. It's against Mongolian Stomper, Archie the Stomper. It's got to be the earliest footage.
None. It's foolproof. It's foolproof. I'm the spaceman. It's not real. It's all a work.
You don't want to touch that. It's from Mars. Oh, look at him selling. That's hilarious. It does look like an episode of The Honeymooners. I love the curved corners of the frame. And
look at the fucking build on Stomper here.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He was only a couple years into the business at this point. It's crazy.
It's like a fucking pit bull, man.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. Spaceman's amazing.
Yeah.
The helmet.
Flip it and slide it.
Great.
You got the extra slippery boots for me?
I mean, that's right. You know, this is still, it's early 60s. You know, space is a thing. Wrestling's always behind a little, so it's like Sputnik.
Right.
Okay, Great Gazoo was on the Flintstones around this time.
That's exactly like Bruce Hard booking at this time.
Look
at that. Those are pretty great uppercuts we got there.
Dude, I've seen helmets like that on Spaceman and Star Trek, the original series, brother.
Yeah, or it's just like an old-time football helmet.
It's like a Farouk hat.
But I guess he was basically purely a jobber as the spaceman. Yeah. And he was a cult favorite, of course.
I want to see them shoot him out of a cannon into the ring.
He wrestled.
I love him. He's my new favorite. 2025 early favorite. Travis will watch him.
He stopped wrestling in the 70s, but he had a couple final matches in Memphis in 1993.
Yes, he did, and I've got
a few months before he died.
We will be
is it as
dipping into that next show?
Yeah, as the
spaceman. It's like a 94-year-old man.
Let's fucking go.
Brought in as a heel.
Is there a spaceman killer con match? Then we'd really have something.
Years old.
Yeah, as a heel being brought in by Brian Christopher.
Right. Yeah, he hadn't wrestled in almost 20 years at that point.
I can't even shit talk that because I did the same thing.
That's rad, buddy. That's rad.
Spaceman Steve Williams, that's your next appearance.
That ref kind of looks like J.K. Simmons. He also kind of looks like the guy in RoboCop. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, Miguel Ferrer?
Yes, it's Miguel Ferrer. Is tonight's referee.
Spaceman is looking like the opening salvo of RoboCop when the guys kill his ass.
No defense against that stomp. It's that sumo stomp. It's been the Stomper stocking trade. That's where he got his name.
Sumo stomp.
The Stomper, an experienced sumo wrestler.
Oh, a sumo wrestler.
Oh, really? Okay.
He's from Mongolia.
It's so obvious that he's well versed in sumo wrestling.
But also, like that's just like because he's from the Orient, right?
Yes,
like they're just trying to put it all together.
Well, then the guy's also
just ridiculous.
Mongolia,
Japan. You see how he stomps? That's how he got his name. You know, the stomping, not the Mongolian.
Sumo stomping. I guess he mean like the ceremonial stuff at the beginning.
Hey, when I learned that not all sumo guys were fat, it was a dark day at my house. Because it was like a double whammy. It's like American guys who weighed like 170 pounds doing sumo on ESPN or whatever.
Dude, those guys are just into the diapers and the thongs.
Yeah, there's a couple of Woody Harrelsons in diapers.
Just like he was on the set of like True Detective, right?
I hope you wrote that down, Johnny. Woody Harrelson's in diapers. Did they say Gorilla Monsoon was from Mongolia back in the day? Moose
Yeah. Or Manchuria.
Manchuria, that's right.
Yeah, and he couldn't speak English, which is funny because, of course, he was the most, articulate
Eloquent.
guy.
Yeah.
Loquacious.
Yeah, the story was he was found by the manager nude in Manchuria, bathing in a jungle stream.
And I thought I got to bring him back to the spectrum.
You scream New York.
Oh, and apparently the guy at ringside in the hat is Ox Baker.
Wow.
Before he was a wrestler, just as he was starting.
When he was a communist, he's like trying to handle some pamphlets.
No, he did the fan out of the crowd gimmick.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Something Boom just pulled off recently.
This is Kansas City, if I didn't say that already.
Aroused.
Too aroused. Do you know what that word means, John?
I certainly do. That spaceman outfit has me all bricked up, pal.
Yep. I love how slippery his fucking boots are. It's such a nice touch.
I love sewn on knee pads that don't do anything.
Yes.
Yeah, it's kind of like a human cannonball type.
I'm a spaceman, get it?
Shot me into space in a cannon. You've seen a lot of studio wrestling.
If he just had little antenna coming out, that'd be perfect.
Yes, it looked like the cover.
He does have a cape. He does have a cape.
Yes,
we
a
didn't see it.
Cape.
It's strictly professionals here in Kansas City.
That's gotta be.
That was a stomp, yeah.
Yeah,
that was a nasty fucking. It looked great. Looked like fucking American History X to Spaceman there.
He said, "Stay down."
you messed with the wrong bull Mongolian.
Yeah.
I watched that movie like twice when it came out on. That was one of those movies at first you're like, wow, that was really fucking intense. And then you watch it the second time, you're like, this is a piece of shit.
Yeah,
it's pretty stupid.
I haven't
It's
seen
pretty
it.
stupid.
Especially
the fat kid throwing out the black jelly beans. Like, whoa, he really doesn't like black beans. So fucking stupid.
That's well, the director.
That's a guy who saw the
Buck Henry.
Mallrats.
Buck Henry is sitting next to the Ox Baker.
The cool kids with the shades.
That movie was the writer or the director. That was an Alan Smithy thing. The guy didn't want his name associated.
Yeah,
oh really?
They butchered it or recut it.
Oh God.
And now 10 minutes of this.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Oh.
Okay.
I did not know what.
Oh no, we're getting.
Oh yeah.
I was wondering.
The interview with the Stomper.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't pre-watch this.
All right.
They had to stall so the EMTs could get the spaceman out of there.
Golly, we beat the shit out of that spaceman.
He don't know how to ride a bike no more.
Oh, he really sounds Mongolian. I thought he was a mute as the Mongolian Stomper. I guess that's later on.
Yeah, the legend was that like he would talk and it would kill the gimmick.
Yeah, and that in Canada, in Calgary, he was a great promo. But in the States, he could never cut
that's
a
what I was
promo
gonna
because
say.
he was supposed to be, couldn't speak English.
Yeah, imagine this was such just as serious a promo as that famous one of his, Kelly. From
This is
Stampede.
fascinating. This is the first I've known that he cut promos in the States.
Stomper's fucking hung, dude. That thing's pointing all the way up, popping out right by his belly button.
Good eye, good spot, Johnny.
I can't never.
Why you're the best in the biz, man.
Dude, I am the ultimate. Ever since I was a little kid watching wrestling, I'm the ultimate pecker checker. I'm just like, there's his dick.
Yeah. That's what Moose is, more like Hungolian Stomper. Am I right?
And then when I hear stories about wrestlers with giant cocks, but you couldn't tell with the tights, I immediately go, must be a grower, not a shower. I saw that video with fucking shithead Hogan's giant thermos. I was like, really? You never saw nary a bulge on Hogan?
He was a double trunker.
Okay, that I'm writing down.
Weighs in at something around 300 pounds, around your weight, and Ramirez at 230.
Pretty damn close.
This is really good footage too.
Yeah.
I mean, quality wise. Oh, he's gonna fight Bob Geigel.
Calling up Thez.
This is the NWA champ.
I'm gonna talk it over into that tiny microphone you hold in your fingertips there, pal.
Get that back attached to your lapel where it belongs.
Tiny mic, tiny tie.
It's all we can afford.
Can you come over here a minute, sir? I know he has a little difficulty with English. Are we out of time on All-Star Wrestling?
With his English.
It's all over. Well, I'm very sorry.
He looks like Private Pile.
It's crazy. I would have never known it was Ox Baker.
Ox Baker, yeah. I'm not wearing anything underneath it.
They just call me the Ox.
Did you tell me once before that you packed close to 300 pounds on that frame?
Yes, I weigh over 300 pounds.
Well,
I've been all over the country.
That's crazy. Would you like to see?
It's
He's
interesting
insane.
because he's supposed to be a fan, so he's shy, nervous, doesn't know how to speak like other.
Yeah.
And then he starts talking.
But he also seems like a psychopath.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Well, he would kill two people in the ring eventually.
Moose says it's Gunther time traveling.
I do want to wish you good luck.
Did you get me a wrestling match?
Yeah, please. I want to kill you in the middle of the ring.
Thank you.
Oh, he just starts put his tongue in his ear.
I can't be seen on television hugging a commie.
I guess I'm married now.
Oh, hey, well, folks, no homo.
Your wild eyes. Piece of shit back then.
Alleged all-star wrestling.
Hilarious. Oh my god, dude, dropping all sorts of one night. There we go. Let's go, man. Yeah, I was excited to see this on the list tonight.
Yeah, I've had this one bookmarked for a long time. Courtesy of Matt D's YouTube
Yeah,
channel.
I saw that.
Oh, nice.
Handheld footage. This was one of the big discoveries of the last few years, was all this handheld stuff from the 80s.
1P resolution.
Yeah, I mean, the quality's not going to be great, but it's Dick Murdoch and Killer Khan.
It's
So.
interesting that 16:9 too. I don't know if it's squished. I don't think so.
Dude, I've become so much of a Killer Khan fan. Like, I remember for a long time, I always made fun of his outfit because I thought his outfit was stupid looking. I think it's grown on, even the outfit's grown on me.
Yeah.
His John Wayne from the Conqueror get up.
Mm-hmm.
You're beautiful in your wrath.
I'm sure it's all very culturally sensitive. It's
Back to
preparation.
back Mongolian.
Dude, if
wrestling.
you've never seen The Conqueror, you have to. It's fucking hilarious. how
I've
bad
never
it is.
seen it, but I'm well
It's
aware.
so
of
bad.
It.
It's so funny, bad. And that's a movie that gave everyone on it cancer.
Well, that's the myth.
That and the fact that everyone smoked back
Yeah,
then.
John Wayne smoked like 3 or 4 packs a day. I think that's what killed him.
Oh, him, but I mean, you look at the numbers of cast, crew,
right,
and everything. They filmed that movie where they just had blown up some fucking A-bombs.
Yeah, well, the first time I'd ever heard of it was on that old show Hollywood Babylon,
Right.
hosted by Tony
Tony
Curtis.
Curtis.
Remember? Anyway, they had
If
a
there's
segment
one
on-
thing I know, Marilyn committed suicide. Like, I remember that. So funny.
It was
He was a
great
friend
show.
of mine. It was like I was. Yeah. I remember my grandparents had Super Channel.
Super Channel, yeah.
Yeah, and that would have nudity in it occasionally.
Was that the one that had recreation?
When I get to stay over at my grandparents.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you remember the recreation of the story about Danny Kaye and Laurence Olivier?
Yes. Yeah, that was interesting.
Hilarious.
They had George Reeves' death.
Right.
50 Superman.
It's burned in my mind
the Marilyn Monroe one, of course.
Well, that was the first time I found out that I knew that Danny Kaye was gay and
Laurence Olivier
bisexual, and and there was a whole the story was Olivier was like getting off at a flight at an airport, and he's called in for questioning. And it was Danny Kaye pulling a prank.
Right.
Yeah, pulling a prank on him. And then the next shot, he's taking down his pants and bending over. And like,
yeah. Oh, I forgot now about that.
It was one of the funniest things I've ever seen.
Hilarious. But it was shot in video. That's what made it a little weird, too, right? Hollywood Babylon.
It was already old by the time we saw it.
Right, I think you're right, yeah.
And the book the book it's based on by Kenneth Anger is a fantastic read. It's also 75% bullshit.
If not more. Yeah, I had a copy of that once. I don't think I have it anymore.
Clara Bow fucked 18 football players.
Yes, including John Wayne when he was on the USC team. Marion Morrison. That's his real name.
This is why I come onto this show. I get invitations for all kinds of shit. But I'm like, no, I want to talk about Danny Kaye and Laurence Olivier.
Yeah. It always comes around to something pretty obscure.
Coming to see the Titans, baby.
We love you.
Hollywood Babylon.
You want obscure Hollywood references and anal sex? This is the show for you.
Yeah, I was obsessed with that show.
I'm going to put that on a bus stop. Or an ad. Pay for a bus stop ad.
They work. That's what the sign says.
Yeah.
You ever see those?
Yeah. So where's this happening? I should ask. Sorry.
Japan? I know it's obviously Japan. I don't know what city. Sorry, and I'm not sure of the year. I think it's 84 or 85, maybe 84. I think it's New Japan.
Yeah, over the last year, I've been watching WWF Superstars from the beginning, and when I got to Killer Khan for the first time, I didn't quite know what to think until he hit that knee drop. I'm like, holy shit.
Yes.
I am in on this now.
Yeah. Great knee drop.
I got to, me and Joey Danzo got to see him fight Hogan. We were like in fifth row, the night of the oyster.
The night of the oyster. That'd be a great, sounds like a pulp novel, or like I can see you on the cover in that style.
No, we'll do a recreation of that, like Babylon style.
Yeah, no pulp paperback.
This angry Philadelphia redneck slowly.
Will you come with me, sir? I have a few questions to ask you.
That's his lube.
The night of the oyster.
If Danzo had really been a good friend, he would have dove in front of it like a Secret Service agent, taking the loogie for me.
Mr. Sorrow.
He was Governor Connolly to your JFK. And the girl dressed up as Ricky Morton was Jackie Kennedy.
They're saying that the two chicks.
Or was that two different shows?
That was no. Oh no! I got spit on at WWF.
Right,
I had to fool around with a chick at NWA.
Right.
And yes, her and her best friend were both dressed up like the Rock and Roll Express, and she was blonde. So And the brunette who
There's
the
your
brunette
Hollywood Babylon.
Yeah, the brunette who did not hook up with Danzo had a lazy eye. It was crazy.
Jesus Christ. The Night of the Oyster. Part 2.
It's a different kind of oyster that night.
Exactly.
My friend.
Gross. The Pearl.
Exactly.
The search for the pearl. The search for the pearl.
Yeah, I love the scream.
Yeah. Also, another knee off the top rope is Dick Murdoch. So that'll be interesting to see who gets it in this match.
Yeah, nice. I mean, at the time, there was between stars. Usually, it would end in a double countout. So that's probably what's going to happen. But you never know.
But is Murdoch the babyface in this?
No. No. There was a pretty big pop for Khan when he came in.
Oh yeah. That looked awesome. It made a great noise. Sounds like he had a cap in his cheek or something.
Oh yeah, they're booing Murdoch totally.
Yeah. Oh wow.
Yeah.
Now we're gonna get.
I'm loving Khan's
Murdoch shit.
Khan loudly trash talking in Japanese is fucking great.
Yeah.
Dude. That was literally Japanese for "I'm gonna kick you in the balls."
It's like an indie show where everybody can hear. It's awesome. Yeah, oh god. It's like Ravenous Randy Myers.
Ravenous Killer Khan.
Yeah. Oh my god, I love it.
He knows how homophobic fucking Murdoch is. It's all mind games.
Yeah.
Like Gold Dust.
Right.
Speaking of peckers, you can see in their outfit that early Gold Dust was like, Jesus Christ.
Dude, that was my first time I noticed one in person. I was 8th row at that February '96 Senior House show. I'm like, oh my god, like his dick hard.
Wasn't there a rumor as well that they were trying to have a prosthetic in Marlena's for a while? Remember hearing this? Yes.
They had some fucked up idea. Oh, speaking of fucked up Vince ideas, real quick, I will give a plug to the Jericho podcast. He just had on MXM collection, Mason Mansoor. They were the models in WWE. Okay. And it's fantastic because the two of them are really fucking sharp, great talkers, and they're real life best friends. Jericho hardly gets a word in edgewise. He just kind of asks a few questions and they go. And they just have their perspective of their career through Vince leaving the first time, coming back, and then having to leave again, and how it affected them and being backstage at that time. And it's fucking great.
Cool.
It made me more of a fan of those guys, to tell you to be honest.
You see them on, Nora loves Botchamania. If there's a new Botchamania, she's so excited to watch it. And they show up on that a lot. Speaking of show Nora and I really like, Skeleton Crew is the most overtly kids live action Star Wars show there's been so far, but he's in love with the elephant guy because of his goofy haircut. It's pretty funny. It's fun.
I need to check out at least one episode of that because I mentioned that one of my favorite podcasts is The Greatest Generation. It's a comedy Star Trek podcast. And some of the creators of Skeleton Crew did a shout out to the hosts of it. There's a robot voiced by Alfred Molina.
Oh, yeah?
And it's named they name it like Benjo Pranicus or something because the names of the hosts are Ben Harrison and Adam Pranica. And they gave him a little shout out on it.
Interesting. That's cool.
Jesus.
That was awesome. That was rad.
You're fucking going.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love the struggle on the vertical suplex. That's one of my favorite things in wrestling.
Oh,
What happened?
Oh,
someone
leg drop.
does he have a manager?
He's on the ropes. Yeah, he does have somebody.
Oh, there's a
Yeah.
second. Is it? I don't know who
A
it
young lion.
is.
Looks big. Looks like Strangler Steve DeSalvo from this in this.
Oh my God!
Continuing two things in one.
You imagine?
Could be.
Imagine we find a
Josh-
DeSalvo.
No, it's
That'd be
DeSalvo
amazing.
Killer Con.
that would be the ultimate.
Yeah, it is a young
Minotaur.
lion. Might
I
be
don't think it exists.
Tenryu, possibly.
I think if it was no,
Moose
it's just a
thinks
young
it's
boy.
Tiger Chung Lee.
It's Tiger Chung Lee. That's it.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Hey, you know what? All four of these guys were working in the WWF around this time, right? Oh, not Khan,
but Murdoch.
Chung Lee and Murdoch were.
Yeah, it is Chunger.
Chungamania running wild.
Yeah.
There we go. We haven't seen
What a
him in a while.
combo! Yeah, that's a dream team right there.
Mm-hmm.
Titans dream team.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Fuck you, racist white boy.
Yeah.
what's this whole? That is funny. The baby faces were two guys. They're heels, but the fans are cheering them anyway because fuck this white guy.
All right, now we've got much better footage.
Yeah. Well, this was a late edition. I think I just added this today. It's from Los Angeles.
I was going to ask where this was. Yeah.
Well, I thought if
West
Kevin was
Coast.
in the chat, of course, the big fires in LA right now are major
Yeah, I know.
news
Well,
story.
he's been in the Bay Area for.
Yeah.
like,
Okay. And he lives in Anaheim, so
in Anaheim. Yeah, he's fine.
I mean,
But yeah, nice to
fine
give a shout out
as far
to
as the fires go.
I have
I'm sure
friends
the air
out.
quality
Yep.
is wretched.
Awful.
Anyway, this was put up on one of my subscriptions on YouTube. So we got an awesome heel team here. Young Roddy Piper, Moondog Lonnie Main, who would have been just almost dead at this point. He doesn't live too much longer. And Ron Bass.
It's like NES Pro Wrestling.
Wow. And who are they wrestling?
Terry Sawyer is one of them. I only know him and Travis would too from Stampede Wrestling a little bit after this. Do you remember that hair versus hair match we watched for Stampede late 70s, Travis?
Yes.
And he got his head shaved in the ring and then stabbed.
Yes.
And went heel. Yeah, that's the guy who's in the ring right now for the baby faces, Terry Sawyer. And then I missed who else. If you could pull down the
Gordman, Perez, and Sawyer.
Okay, so Black Gordman. Yeah, and I'm not sure who Perez.
I mean, come on, it's Perez and wrestling.
Yeah, but I mean, I can't think of any like super. Look at how skinny Piper is.
I know. I've seen it. You and I, Kelly, had a lot of the same stuff pop up in our feeds. You know, this.
Yeah, we're probably subscribed to the same.
Weird cartoon porn. You know,
yeah.
And I've been noticing that these like super young, skinny Roddy Piper matches.
Yeah, a lot of LA has been. I think it's Ring of Fire Pro Wrestling is the name of the YouTube channel.
That is what it. Yep.
Yeah, he puts up a lot of LA.
One of the many fine contributors to this program.
Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, Moondog Main would die in a car crash just a few weeks or months after this. The original Moondog. Bass had to be
And the thing, his Moondog gimmick
teamed with Rankin to start putting out Christmas specials.
But his Moondog gimmick was more along the lines of like Moondoggy.
I know he wasn't a hillbilly.
Yeah, he wasn't a hillbilly. It was more that Moondoggy California shit.
Yeah, but I think the Moondogs later that was the inspiration.
Oh, because it's one of the great names.
Mm-hmm. Piper's so pasty too.
He's having a stroke.
Yeah. How old is Roddy at this time?
He would have been like 23, 24.
How long had he been in the biz?
So
3, 4, 5 years, because he was in early. He started as a teenager.
Yeah.
As a job guy in Winnipeg.
Which biz? Pro wrestling or fucking hustling on the streets of Canada?
Well, that was way earlier. And this is an elimination match too, which was unique for the time. Yeah. Proto Survivor Series. I love the kilt trunks that he has on, or tartan.
The tartan trunks.
Yeah.
The first time I saw those, because he wore those like in fucking Crockett and everything. I never liked them. I got it and I didn't like them.
They looked odd because if you only knew him from WWF.
Well, that was it. I was like,
never wore them there.
Roddy Piper wears blue trunks that say RP on them, and that's the way God and Vince McMahon.
Yeah, I thought they were odd too when I saw them like in an old wrestling magazine when they would show pictures of a young.
I just don't think they look. They never complimented his frame or his look.
I guess, I don't know. But it fits with it, like just pure 70s. You know, it's like Strongbow's weird ass trunks that he used to wear.
Totally.
Yeah, garish, weird mix of colors. Pure 70s.
I love that I was old enough when I first got into wrestling, because like I said, I got super into wrestling when I was 14. That I was like Roddy Piper, and I'd hear him talk, and he's like, "I'm from Scotland." I was like, "Fucking Scotland."
Nice. It's funny. As a kid, I was
he's the most Canadian sounding dude.
I know. He's got such a prairie Canadian accent. As a kid, though, I didn't really. I knew he wasn't I knew he wasn't speaking with a Scottish accent, so I was kind of confused by that.
Yeah, he did not sound like the teacher from Head of the Class.
But yeah, he's such a Canadian.
Yeah.
Billy Connolly.
Yes.
Oh no.
Yeah, he's totally.
Oh no. Take your put your blouse on.
No, he was born in Saskatchewan, raised in Winnipeg. You don't get much more Canadian than that.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever seen Hell Comes to Frogtown?
No. Just clips.
Oh,
I've never seen.
I have. There's one of the funniest parts is, I guess, this girl's got takes her shirt off, and Piper looks at her and he goes like, "Put your blouse on."
That was him ad-libbing.
Put your blouse on.
Hilarious. Mama doesn't like paddle tails. I think that's from They Live.
Look at this strategy session. Is that what they're doing?
Yeah, so writing it up.
X's and O's on the mat.
It's a real meeting of the minds. That's great. That is so good. I've never. Okay, so clearly Moondog Mayne was a genius.
Yeah.
Because I've never seen that.
No.
That's fucking hilarious. Someone
I've
needs to
always
steal
been fascinated by him because he was a huge star in Portland for years, but there's not much footage, and he died so young.
Yeah, that's true. I've never seen someone do the.
But he was apparently
like it was dirt.
Great.
Like it was dirt.
X's and O's. The old Statue of Liberty play never fails.
So fun. That's so fun. Someone definitely needs to rip that off.
Yeah, totally. I gotta tell someone about that.
Yeah, whenever I say someone needs to rip, okay, Travis. Whenever I say someone needs to rip that off, I'm implicitly implying
someone in your life.
Well, Gordman's got a foreign object.
Uh-oh.
No, he's got a rash. He's itching.
So it's some 3-on-1 now.
Oh no.
Oh. Is he gonna battle back and beat all three?
Wow.
Ron Bass has got a beard.
Announcer,
yeah.
Yeah. Bearded Ron Bass. He doesn't.
Yeah, because by this time the only TV for LA was Spanish.
You ever go fishing for bearded bass, Johnny?
Oh boy,
in your neighborhood.
Hey, dude. Every 2 weeks on payday, I go downtown to Colfax. I go fishing for some bearded bass.
Oh no. Bass has vanished. Oh no, he's still there.
You ever go bass to mouth, Johnny.
Never go past the mouth. That costs an extra $20 to go past the mouth.
Is that guy in red again? Is that ref? That ref's not in. Just the collar, right? Oh,
I think the stripes might be
No, the
red.
pants are red too.
Yeah, maybe. 'Cause remember, like way back when we saw a red stripe ref, but I think he was from LA. Ooh.
I prefer the Twizzler refs to the red stripe refs.
Oh, get kicking the ball. Whack the balls. Work the ball.
I'm eradicating your balls.
We don't want any more of you.
We've been trying. My wife and I have been trying.
My solution to the immigration problem.
Oh my god. Oh my god. That is so dark.
Oh no, miscarriage of justice.
Not like this.
Not like this, not Black Boardman. Oh no.
Yo, better be a 17 kicks to the balls.
Yeah. That's how they're gonna write it up.
Oh.
The history books will remember. 'Twas the 17th nut kick.
17 kicks in the balls sounds like a country music song title.
Yeah.
Maybe he doesn't have a phone out. Maybe he does have a rash.
I don't know, man. He's a baby face.
Okay, so I thought from one Ron Bass to another, and this is another tribute. Just yesterday, I believe, or maybe 2 days ago, Black Bart passed away.
Yeah, poor Black Bart. We'll be talking about more about him. He was awesome. But what's not awesome? Ricky Steamboat's haircut. What the f is going on?
And sunglasses.
Is he looks like a nerd. He's gonna drink. He's like the wacky professor. He's gonna drink a potion and then be the real Ricky.
Yeah.
He fell asleep first at the sleepover. I was hairing it up like that.
Yeah. It looks like it was chewed off.
Here we go.
So this is before what we're watching on Worldwide.
Okay.
J.J. Dillon, Ron Bass, and Black Bart in a gym.
Yeah, they were the long riders. The long riders, I believe.
Yes, I believe you're right. But there was another long
cigars
riders.
in the
Right. So funny. You can tell they take this seriously.
Black Bart was also one of the great shoot interview tall tale guys who would just go on and make up he wouldn't be salacious. He just made up entertaining craziness.
Fitting because his career highlight was a fictitious title change in World Class when he won the world title supposedly in LA when I think Chris Adams was suspended.
Oh God, look at this outfit on JJ.
Oh, you can see right the cracks. Even in this definition, I'm pretty sure we it's like those see-through Lululemon pants that had to get recalled. JJ.
Old Johnny Bench.
Hilarious. Hey, Bart. You know those kids from Shelbyville? They think they're really great, but you know what? They're not.
Every like testimonial has been that Bart was just like the greatest guy, just the nicest, fucking sweetest, and really funny. That's why the whole shooter review thing was great because he was just, he'd just go on there and just make up nonsense, but nothing to hurt anyone's feelings. Oh God, turn down the fucking lights,
I
JJ.
know. That was the one thing.
Oh no, so that's where you can really see JJ's ass.
Yes. So this is heaven, hey? Working out with J.J. Dillon. Pretty sweet.
I
The
can think
fuck
of
you
worse.
say?
Yeah, Ron Bass Jr. wrestles in this area. I need to ask him if he ever got in a workout with Uncle Black Bart.
Does he know about Uncle JJ's gym pants? Look, you don't have a membership card, sir.
It's a community center. I don't need one.
This is the first time a gym guy has tried to talk a guy out of joining the gym.
Yeah.
Like, you may hear these guys, you're smoking, your dick's hanging out. It's too much.
I tried to find a better quality of this on YouTube, but I couldn't.
I've had to turn the white balance up.
This is
just
fine.
because of you.
Bart knew what was going on. That's why he's all in black. He's standing out there. This is Black Bart in heaven. This is Black. Okay, this is Black Bart's eternal fucking heaven. Just this over and over and over again for all eternity. It was the happiest moment of his life. Seeing JJ's balls.
Yeah. Rest in peace, Black Bart.
One of the guys with one of the best finishing move names, the trash compactor. Is a leg drop from the top rope.
Oh wow! Uh-oh.
Oh, here we go.
We're gonna murder like
We're gonna murder him.
Oh, he's not gonna fucking.
Jesus Christ! What the fuck? What is that?
I'm gonna come right in your face.
Did he pull a gun on him?
It's like a water hose or something.
Yeah, it's in JJ's pants.
Oh, that was at Steamboat's Mid-Atlantic Gym.
Yes,
I had the jacket. I had the jacket. They invaded Steamboat's Mid-Atlantic Gym. Holy shit, that's amazing.
If I may, David. They were really misusing that bench press. There's strict rules we have.
There's a clear no smoking policy.
That's what really chuffs my hide, David.
Oh god, I love nerd Ricky Steamboat.
Yeah.
Like Ivan.
Yes, he does a full Jerry Lewis routine.
Black JJ with the balls hanging
Ricky Steamboat
in my place.
I want to see Ricky Steamboat doing the typewriter routine.
No, Ricky Steamboat's about to do serious Jerry Lewis. And that's when I realized that it'd be brilliant if Black Bart invaded my...
All right, finally we can see people's faces. Thank God. All right, this is our main event tonight, right?
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes. Finally some...
hello. Hey, Kelly. Everything,
my asthma has
great
just
there.
been horrible.
Everything sounds real good there.
I'll try and make it through this. Yeah, this is I don't know if anyone's seen this match before. Kira Hokoto against Shandoro Kandori from Dream Slam 1, a legendary show.
It looks like a telethon for sick girl wrestlers.
Yes. It was a dream card. It was all I think the 4 main women's wrestling promotions in Japan got together after years of rivalry to have interpromotional matches. And this one was the semi-main event, but it had maybe the most juice of any of the matches going in. They did like press conferences before, and in Japan you've probably seen them where they're very serious, right? Anyway, when these two got out on the stage, they were the only ones of all the wrestlers to get into like a pull-apart brawl during the press conference, so there was extra heat going in. This is Kandori. She was presented herself as legit, a shooter, and Hokoto was, of course, very flamboyant.
Selling red pretzels.
Yes, and
delicious.
Kandori would always, focus on the flashy wrestlers, and she hated them, and that was like her mission. That was her story as a wrestler over the years. She was always out to get them.
So she was like Gunther.
Kind of, I guess.
Gunther's gimmick. No, Gunther's gimmick. Well, for a while it was when he came in there. He's like, "You sports entertainers with your bullshit. I'm a wrestler."
There you go. Yeah, so basically like that. But the thing with Hokoto was, she was actually also, despite all the flamboyance and gimmickry, she was just as good of a wrestler as Kandori, and that was part of the story. So there was a lot of heat going into this match. It's considered one of the greatest women's matches of all time, so I'll just stop talking. You can sit back and enjoy.
Awesome.
It's going to be amazing.
I want to
long
wear
is
that
this?
to a Calgary
Because-
Flames game.
You
40
may want to
minutes,
get
40
in a
minutes.
smoke now.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get in a smoke because I definitely like.
It's about a
Yeah,
half
I know.
hour.
The whole joke is, hey, it's chicks wrestling. Sorrow's gonna go take a shit.
Yeah.
But I do need to go to the bathroom and want to have a smoke. But this should be long enough.
Oh, it's plenty long. You're good.
I do love that the pretzel that she was wearing looked like someone was doing balloon animals.
Yeah. But it's a.
Is it? Well, hold on. It must be a pretzel. Look at the logo. It's sponsored by pretzels. It looks like a pretzel in the middle of the ring.
We've seen a Kotu once before.
Hold on. I'm gonna go get some pretzels.
We watched a match between Kotu and Manami Toyota a few months back.
Right.
From a few years before this, when she was relatively new. At this point, this is 1993. She was one of the top stars in all of Japanese women's wrestling.
Oh, I love it. Holy shit.
And then talking shit on the mic.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I think the thing was like, you think I'm not a serious wrestler? I'm a fucking serious wrestler.
Yeah. That's great. Horizontal stripes on the referee.
Yes.
Crazy. Gonna tear her arm off. This is crazy. The first fucking 2 minutes in it. This is wild. He sucks. That's what I think.
Yeah, I see a 39-minute file runtime. I thought, oh, that'd be a good time to take a piss.
Yeah.
I come back and there's been a murder.
Yeah. And there was a nasty punch right off the start.
Dislocated shoulder immediately.
Yeah.
I guess that's what it's supposed to be.
That's awesome. Yeah.
I'll just wait.
Crazy. The spray. Wild.
Cold spray or something.
Yeah.
There's bugs everywhere.
Crazy. That's cool. That's wild heat right off the start. That reminds me. Remember Eddie Kingston, CM Punk, where he got that like backhand in right off the start. I don't know if you guys remember that. It was an their AEW match. There's a lot of
Eddie
build up to it.
Yeah, I know.
But Eddie got like a spinning
back fist.
Yeah, that put Punk out for a while, and they had the bell hadn't even rung yet.
Well, I'm sure they were inspired by a lot of this stuff, especially Eddie Kingston.
Yep. That's great, man. And they've like, so just those two big moves. Wow. Jesus. Right by the ropes there, though, right? Awesome. Yeah, save that big time.
I love that.
That's rad.
Yeah,
Sloppy.
feels-
Yeah.
yeah.
Fuck yeah. Great.
Gritty.
Yeah. Jesus.
Sure, why not? Oh no. Everything feels like it's about to fall apart.
Mm-hmm.
今のボディスラムなんかもう全然プロレスっぽくないですよね。投げつけるって感じですから。
しかしここは腕を取ってディフェンスする北斗。何か先ほどのね蹴り合いのUWF かなという試合でしたけれども、この試合も何かこのサブミッションの取り合い。
Kandori is so determined to find something. Like we could be a tangled mess, but damn it, I'm grabbing something out of this pile.
Yeah, everything's just going for the kill, basically.
これは全くなんか違うところでプロレスをやってきた人たちの違うなんか違いその違いが面白いっていう試合ですから。そうですね。そのあたりでやっぱりエグい試合っていう感じになりますよね。
Have you seen this before, Steve?
I have not. I've seen very little. Probably next to no Japanese women's wrestling, honestly.
Yeah, I've just started getting into it heavy. Well, heavy for my standards today. This year, or this last year.
I mean, a lot of the clips I see look amazing. I just haven't really committed to learning more.
Yeah, you kind of have to just dive in. There's like PWO message board has some pretty good threads explaining the rivalries and the characters and all that. It's just, for me, it's, I just love how it's, it feels as real as pro wrestling can get without being boring, where they're just, grappling on the mats. The intensity is off the charts. And they were so great. I mean, they were just great wrestlers.
Yeah.
Great charisma, great everything.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, it's gonna be. Oh! Holy shit! Oh! Holy fuck!
Johnny, you're missing out on some good stuff.
Yeah. I want to go grab some salt meat myself. The entrance set looks like.
Oh yeah, I've seen that clip before.
The table's devastated. It's coming out of your chick.
Yeah, I think that was from if you had RF videos back in the 90s. That tombstone spot was on like their preview clips at the beginning, where they would show a bunch of different matches.
Cool.
I was too poor to order from RF, even though I was somehow on his mailing list as a 14-year-old, believe it or not.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't start getting them until I had disposable income.
She's busted open.
Yeah. I didn't get a ton, but I had a good dozen or so.
Oh, nasty.
God, the slow trek around the ring.
Yeah.
Let everyone get a look.
All the judges.
It's just your usual All Japan women's, like 20 commentators for every match.
Yeah. It's like the Naked Gun, but.
Yeah. Well, this is also a supercard, so there's probably more than usual.
Oh, right.
All the different promotions.
Magneto's Pride Month. I see it now, Johnny. There he is.
Go upstairs, have a smoke. Watching this amazing match. Hear Kelly plug both going to PWO and to RF video. Oof.
Hey, I'm a long-time wrestling nerd. What can I say?
Either way, you're going to encounter some perverts on those journeys.
I mean, it all depends on your tolerance for perverts. Oh, nice. So is this also like the rules of the match? Is anything goes, or
I'm not sure. I mean, but with Japanese wrestling, it's always pretty loose with the outside brawl.
I guess, or maybe we just don't understand the ring announcements. I mean,
yeah, I've got the cage match card.
Did I miss her getting busted open already?
Yeah, she ate a tombstone on the.
I saw the tombstone.
Table.
Yeah, I saw the tombstone.
That's where it came from.
Okay. Which building is this again, Kelly? Ooh.
It's in Yokohama, Japan, the Yokohama Arena.
Okay.
16,500.
That's what I say. I was about to say it's a big place.
Yeah. Oh, this was a huge deal because the promotions hadn't wrestled each other before this, and had been building up. April 2nd, 1993. So what was that? 2 days before WrestleMania 9? Yeah. One of the worst WrestleManias.
I've never watched it. I've seen bits and pieces. I've never watched.
WrestleMania
I watched the
9?
documentary about it, but that's it.
I saw it live on.
Oh, God damn! There we go. Is this in Way of the Blade? If it's not, it should be in number 2.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, this is a pretty bloody one.
Double juice in Yokohama.
Yeah, WrestleMania 9's not good, but I do recommend Steiner's and the Shrinkers just because there's a pretty good chance that either of the Shrinkers could die at any given time in that match. It's crazy.
That's really stiff, that match. That was what, the second match of the night? Yeah, pretty much the show nosedived after that.
Yeah.
Okay. Just a real quick reference to some modern WWE. Braun Breaker, who's a Steiner, and they recognize he's Steiner. He's like, "This is my stage name." It's what they do. He's in there with oh God, one of the Bloodline, and I don't remember which. And he does the whole thing. He's like, "No one from your family has ever been able to beat anyone from my family. See you in the ring." I was like, "Ah!" That's fucking awesome. Ooh, Jesus. Right in the mush.
I think that's the thumbnail for this match on YouTube.
I'll tell you, our YouTube overlords can be bitches about Donald Fagen's music every now and then, but they're pretty good with the thumbnails.
Yeah, the one for Hammerhead Jones is Rusty Brooks.
Rusty Brooks, it's perfect. And with Spanish subtitles.
Yeah.
It makes us look like we're an art show.
Yeah.
Art film.
Nouvelle Vague.
Oof.
Literally,
get out of here with that. Get the fuck out of here
with that shit. Look at that garbage. Holy shit.
I love that. I love the Beagle Boys referee top.
Fuck. Horizontal heights. Damn. Not fucking around.
Nice catch.
I understood plancha.
Apparently, Kandori is a member of the Japanese parliament these days, which seems to be quite a common thing for wrestlers.
I know. I mean, yeah.
These guys are talking with the same intonation as the guy who did the documentary previously.
Yeah.
She
has his haircut.
Yeah. Camel clutch, the greatest hold.
Oh, Jesus.
Oof. Oof.
Oof.
I heard you say before while I was outside having a smoke, and I agree. I love when so many assholes would go like, "Oh, well, that was sloppy." I was like, "No, this makes it look real. The real struggle that is going on here."
Yeah, the struggle is awesome.
And you see a real hate on between the two from the start too. Calgary just went up 2-1. 2 goals from Coronado tonight. Oh no, that was Huberdeau, my large adult son.
No, yeah, they're your favorite.
My large dumb son Chip. I was just thinking about Batman Returns. Max Schreck's never his giant son Chip.
Yes.
Not Chip. Take me instead. My dumb son.
Snap.
Wow.
Driver.
Yeah, I hadn't seen Batman Returns since probably '93, and I put it on this Christmas season. I'm like, what the fuck is Christopher Walken doing here?
I know.
He's one of the best parts of that movie. That movie's so weird. I love it.
Based on any character from the comics,
right?
Oh no, it's fucking insane. I saw it in the theater. It's insane. I love it. It's so weird. It pissed off McDonald's because it was weird and dark.
It was too dark. Yeah.
It's gross. It's really gross. Everything with the penguin is gross.
It came out in the summer, but it's a set during Christmas.
Yeah, set during Christmas.
It's the most
Chip,
overt.
Chip, my giant son. Chip was also in The Program, which I'm sure you saw.
Right, yeah. I know exactly the actor you're talking about.
One of the great football movies of all time.
Yeah. They had to ban the scene where they were lying in the middle of the road. That's funny. Shit, I lost my train of thought. I've had a few beers too, guys. I don't know.
Yeah, it's definitely better than Batman Forever, Batman and Robin.
Oh, God.
It's maybe better than even the first Burton Batman.
No. The first one's.
Well, I mean, he's super fun. I love that movie, but as an overall build, it may be better.
And it's the most that's what I was trying to say. It's at the most overt German expressionism, like that cabinet of Dr. Caligari.
Yeah.
Dude, also the movie doesn't have. You know what the movie doesn't have in it? Batman. Batman's in it for 18 minutes.
Common
18 minutes.
Yeah.
Good point.
And the rest
the
of
villains
it,
are more
is
interesting
Michael
than Batman
Keaton.
anyway.
There's like 5 press conferences, 8 shots of Michael Keaton sitting in front of a screen.
Yeah. Remember, he does the record scratch with a CD player, which always bugged me.
Yeah, that was lame.
He said he took the movie. He agreed to do it because he had a big real estate deal he wanted to make, and he had a lot of fucking demands. Clearly, I'm not going to be in that fucking suit.
Oh, because it was horrible being in that suit. Like you couldn't breathe hardly.
Ab Crab. Lance Storm was great, by the way. Amazing.
I'm sure.
I did watch certain parts of that video earlier today.
Did you see the finish?
I saw the end, yeah.
It was crazy. When she
Great
came
idea.
out, we still had 5 minutes left. Could you tell?
Yeah.
And then that all just kind of happened organically.
Oh, did it?
Everybody coming out, it was crazy.
Susan made her return.
Yeah, yes. It was a dynamite punch. So awful. Yeah, that was an all-time boom moment.
Yeah, it was cool, man. Abe Lincoln and just...
Abe and it's just his ginch. And a gold hat. You look like Baby New Year. Yeah.
Ooh.
これも結構カントリーにはなんかあんまりね、受けたことないようなタッチの技かもしれませんし。そうですね。
I love that it looks like she's got candy canes on her.
Yeah. Means something different in Japan.
No, Dad.
Oof. Went to the well too many times.
Uh-oh.
Power
Boom.
But that was the thing, is that Kyle had to take all of those moves,
All the finishes, yeah.
all those finishes. And one of the first things I was talking with Travis Williams afterwards is Malik came into him, and the first thing he said is power bomb, and had to just like, and Williams is saying that's one of the worst moves to take, man. It just,
yeah.
You know, Steve, have you ever taken a power bomb?
I have, yes.
Yeah, but I guess it
You're just fucking rocked, and it
and just rattles.
And it's impossible to kind of tell how far of a drop you have.
Yeah.
Right. But like right afterwards, Kyle was hurting after the countdown, and he said to Williams, "I don't know how you guys do it." And Travis says, "We don't take that many fucking bumps in a match, man."
Yeah, that's the key to longevity.
Yeah.
Who was the the future Archduchess?
Big Ann.
I saw time travel.
Yeah.
I saw that you magicked her like Ileana, Colossus's sister, right? Remember she was a little kid went through a time warp.
But she didn't like. Nora didn't go into the time machine, did she?
Yeah, no, she was put in the time machine by
Oh,
Kyle.
was she? Okay, I missed
because
that.
Kyle's officially banned children from Boom on the countdown.
Oh,
And then that's
okay.
what the cat, like he was coming out to celebrate. But he's like, I'm going to start with you tonight. He tossed her in the time machine.
Oh, now it
And
makes sense.
So
I
who-
thought it
so-
happened, but I missed
so
that
who-
part.
Is this a wrestler? Because I saw the
Yeah,
beat him up.
yeah, she's awesome. She goes by Big Ann. I can't remember her real name is, but she's
What's
awesome.
her boom
She's great.
name? The Duchess?
The Duchess, yeah. That's what they were chanting. That's what they were chanting 5 minutes to midnight.
That is a great way to keep. I'm going to give you some credit on this. That is a great way to keep a character and get your daughter out of wrestling.
Yep. Trust me, dude. Trust me. That was part of the. I mean,
Yeah.
no, she still wants to do stuff. Like she'd rather do more. Ryan Lomberg's had 2 fights tonight, Kelly. She wants to do more like just kind of like on roving reporter kind of thing on the scene, which I think would be cute. That she just kind of does like her own little channel or something.
Yeah, before you put her on before you do that though, you got to make her earn her stripes. Put her back there selling beers with Marta behind the counter. Before... Ooh. Well, considering the fact that you guys, if you guys could, and I'm sure you could, do the some backstage interview shit and everything, you could put together something that could be on television.
Yeah.
Given your the quality, and the production values you guys have. I've seen worse.
Such a hard thing to do in today's
Canada, especially, but
yeah,
Do it online. Do
maybe
it online.
TNA. There have been opportunities, but what's going to be?
I'm just thinking because
what makes us grow?
I briefly subscribed to that independent wrestling channel because Dean was on it, and I'm thinking, look at all this shit, and you guys look better than all of it.
Yeah, and but there's a lot of them, right? But
There's
and
a ton, but
what does it
you would
cost them?
stand out like a fucking sore thumb from
Yeah,
the quality
on that
and
channel.
the product.
On that channel, but that's not a big subscriber base.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just saying it's not. You know,
Yeah, I know.
there's
we looked at
options.
it.
There's options.
Ooh.
Oh, no.
That was all ankles, man. To the temples. Jesus Christ. You don't see Miz doing that. Hey, guys.
Yeah. That's why he's had a 25-year career. And
We all saw the promo, Johnny. I show it to my students. When
I'm not even.
I was doing
I don't even know. I'm
Romeo
just
and
like.
Juliet. I always go
I'm
Romeo,
always
Romeo
just
and
like,
Juliet at the beginning when they
he's
do
fine.
Shakespeare insults. Oh!
Ooh!
I show old wrestling promos to them.
Oh, you're talking about the one that got real with Daniel Bryan.
Yeah, and,
okay.
yeah. I mean, that's an amazing promo. That's one of the most
It's one of
memorable
the greats.
promos of the
Well, because it wasn't so much as a promo as it was him
Yeah.
shooting.
Oh,
Just
special,
fucking
yeah.
Mike talking.
Yeah.
But she'd heard that word coward more than once. I think that was like meant to be like a trigger between him and T-Bry. You wrestle like a coward.
I started liking the Miz in that WWECW when he first was doing the chick magnet thing with the long jorts and the hat, and he had like the 3 chicks, and I was going, this is kind of funny. And then him and Morrison were a blast, and they were doing that shit for their YouTube show no one was paying attention to, called The Dirt Sheet. That was like legitimately funny shit on wrestling until, of course, someone, Vince and them found out about what they were doing, and then it became fucking, garbage.
Sanitized.
Yeah, sanitized for a while though. It was good.
So on the promo he delivered, I guess it was his first Raw after his ECW run that was scorching on Cena. Where he's like, what did he say? Oh, it was a good one about toilet paper wiping. Oh no, the script, Cena's scripts for his crappy movies were as good as toilet paper or whatever. Something like that.
Like even the crowd, this is one of those times when you think the crowd feels just as exhausted as the wrestlers, but it's more of a symbiotic relationship. At that point. Keep waiting for that fucking pile driver.
It could go either way still too. I don't know who's gonna win.
I love that her yellow shirt. Ooh, right on the shoulder.
No.
Oof. Look at all them butts. Just
good looking front row of better than your MSG 1980 one.
What's the name of this?
Oh no, man! Bill Apter's ass is
or a young Paul Heyman.
Bill Apter had a sweet dumper, dude. Come on, man.
George Napolitano's was pretty good too.
Oh, George Napolitano, man! I grab a hold of that fucking thing and just
Apter dumper. The patented Apter dumper. It's a spread. It's a spread. It's a spread in the PWI.
The last issue, the center.
Finally. Apter shows whole.
It's gotta be. No.
Bill Gapter.
Dude, he's the most unsettling person I've ever been around in the wrestling business. I cannot get away from Bill quick enough.
Every fucking interview I hear with him, there's something weird and creepy about Bill Apter. That's when it was all just, I met Stu Saxon.
Jesus Christ.
Well, his favorite wrestler was Mil Mascaras, so that should have been a giveaway there. Red flag.
He's got Crypt Keeper hair now because he's like old and has my hairline, but just lets it all just kind of hang a little. You gotta keep that shit. You gotta keep that shit high and tight after.
Because the weekend of the first StarCast, I was doing everything I could to get away from Bill Apter and then to avoid Scott Hall.
Wow.
For completely different reasons.
Oh,
Jesus.
Oh
no.
Crazy. It's like a brain buster body
Body
slam.
slam.
The old Al Snow did that. The Snowplow.
Yeah, Snowplow.
My favorite thing about Al
any of
Snow.
the women on the outside? Sorry.
Real quick, my favorite thing about Al Snow is that was his work name, Al Snow. I'm like, it's the best fake name that sounds like it could be someone's real name.
Mm-hmm.
Al was the first person I heard say "boo boo face." You guys came in late. There's gonna be fines. Don't give me your little boo boo face.
Yeah.
Shad. Fucking Al.
Oh, Jesus
nice.
This is like round 15 of a heavyweight fight at this point.
Just the Thriller in Manila.
Yeah, basically.
I'm gonna just do another little things like grabbing the shoulder. Wow!
Oh,
Nice.
she got her with a fucking shot. She just knocked her
and
ass out.
that's how the match started.
Score one for sports entertainment.
That is though, and like storyline wise. Looking at Steve, looking at the art. I mean, truly, they're like, we're fake. We're the sports entertainment ones. She punched her right in the fucking mouth and knocked her out.
It's perfect.
Yeah.
Take that, Marcy Darcy.
Thanks, Wesley. Marcy Darcy.
Yeah.
And a late contender.
Crazy. Like, as I was asking, do you recognize any of the other women? Young lionesses, I guess you call them?
No. Not me.
So. Yeah, it took me a minute to know what you were talking about, Johnny.
Yeah, the entrance ramp. It looks like Magneto's Pride Month helmet.
He doesn't really mean it. He's just doing it for clicks.
30 minutes and 39 seconds.
My favorite thing is a lot of towns around here during Pride Month, you got to stick, at government locations, you have to put the rainbow flag up, and they have to do it at police stations. And so, but every time because I have a couple of clients. One client, I do a police station for a very small town here. We're all very nice people. It's like Mayberry in there. But you show up and I look at there it is, the American flag and the pride flag right next to each other as I'm walking into the police station. I was like, I love that. That's got to be getting on someone's nerves.
Yeah, the first house in my subdivision has one up, and somebody actually took down the whole pole. So they put it back up with a bigger flag.
Awesome. Love it.
They said they're going to keep doing it every time it gets torn down.
Bigger and bigger. Yeah. I love it. You can see it from the moon. Climbing wall there, just
I know, that's how they work out.
Bring the kids.
Not happy.
I'm not even looking.
FMW. Even in FMW guys, even Onita's guys are afraid of her.
We're gonna get a post-match interview.
Something. Randy. That logo's interesting. I like it.
I like it.
Yeah. The Grace Jones vibes.
This guy I don't like. Look at this.
Right this way.
This dumb asshole.
He's bleeding to death.
Goes to shake her fucking hand.
I wish we had subtitles.
Mm-hmm.
I smacked the fuck out of him. Just like I said I'd do.
I did it for the Miz.
Sports entertainment, wrestling, it's all the same shit. Harlem Globetrotters, Ice Capades. We're a giant family. Fake sports. Fuck you.
Ice Capades. Do they still do Ice Capades?
There's various versions.
They do Disney on Ice. I know.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Look at that. That's got to be the painting if this
It's a
is
great shot.
or the artwork if this is in Way of the Blade.
The one shot of just one eye.
Yeah.
Like a sick hook play.
She was the winner, but Ken Dory looked much better after.
This is also part of the story that the real athlete beat the shit out of like the entertainer athlete, but the entertainer athlete was tough as fuck.
Yeah, as tough as anybody.
And then beats her by punching her in the fucking
face.
Yeah,
just barely. Match, that was awesome.
Is that the end? It is.
That's
all right.
it.
Awesome. Thanks, everybody.